Everybody, how you doing? Thank you for joining us. Apologies for being a few minutes late. We got a fun day planned for you. We got some nice meat prep, of course. We got the baby backs. We got these baby backs on sale over at Sam's Club, I think. And these babies, I'm not sure where we got these ones. I think these were also from Sam's Club. I don't know. Hard to find good deals. Oh, Costco. Costco for these babies. I guess Sam's Club for this one. And then, of course, we're doing the cloud cake. Check it out. We're gonna make a French meringue, and we're gonna fold it into a white cake mix. It's gonna be really cool, really fun, kind of a little cake hack for you. You know, you like box cake hacks. I do too. So stick around. Also, since we're doing the meringue on here, we're gonna do a little meringue on the lemon bars as well. We've been loving the lemon bars. We did this 3-ingredient recipe last week. It was super good. It used just angel food cake mix and lemon curd, or like the lemon pie filling. But we're making the real thing, or kind of the real thing this time. So stick around for that one as well. That one's gonna be really fun. But we're gonna be doing meringue on top of this and on top of the cloud cake. And we're gonna be baking it in the oven. So it's gonna be kind of like a marshmallow type of thing. It's gonna be real fluffy. Gonna be simple, you know, stick around, it's gonna be pretty cool. You know, you could torch the meringues, but you could also bake them too. So I'm gonna show you how to bake them. But yeah, we're just doing a real simple recipe. We're gonna go ahead, I'm thinking let's go ahead and start with the cakes. We'll start with the cakes and then jump into the meat. For these guys, I have something really cool planned. We just got this amazing seasoning from our friends over here, Flavors of the Forest. This is some really good freeze-dried garlic. This stuff is fantastic. They sent me some of this stuff, and you know, I'm kind of addicted to it. It's really good. It's a very unique kind of a seasoning. It's just garlic, a little bit of salt. Amazing though. We're going to be putting that up in our pork tenderloin. We're going to be butterflying it, and we're going to be we got some cream cheese. We got a little bit of onion, and we're going to mix this up in there. We're going to make a nice garlicky cream cheese mix, and then we're going to fillet it. We're going to butterfly this baby, and then we're going to roll it. It's going to be fantastic. It's going to be kind of like some pork tenderloin pinwheels, you know, kind of be cool. You know, it's fun to do stuff on the grill, you know, that's not too expensive. So anyway, let's get right into it. And thank you guys for joining. Let me know where you're watching from if it's your first time. Also, hit that subscribe button, give this one a like. We're looking for you guys. Put those over here for the side. You know, we'll get the cookies and the pastries prepped first, and then we'll jump into the fun stuff, right? You know, because that stuff won't take too long, but you know, it'd be good to have a little prep time in between for this stuff. You know what I mean? Anyway, let's get to that right now. So let's go ahead and start with the lemon bars, I'm thinking, and then we'll do our cloud cake, because this one's going to be pretty simple. This is going to have a couple more steps. So kind of ease into the stream, ease into the baking process with this. So stick around and see how many mistakes I can make within a couple hours. Here, we'll see. I don't think we'll be on that long, but we'll see. You never know. Anyway, let's go ahead and open this baby up. Oh, and also I forgot to mention, we're going to be doing the nice Texas sugar from Meat Church, and we're going to be using the Kinder's cherry brown sugar for the ribs. It's going to be a really good combo. They just came out with a new one, the jalapeno garlic one, I think, the Meat Church. Still got to give that one a try, but we're just using the old tried and true Texas sugar for this one. And then, like I said, we're using this amazing stuff we just got from our friends, Flavors of the Forest. Really good. We're going to be using that in a nice pork tenderloin butterfly recipe. Going to be pretty cool. Anyway, we're going to get to the meat and the other stuff towards the end, so stick around for that. Do the bacon stuff real quick. All right, my friends. All right, clean the area over here. Okay, so we're gonna go ahead and actually open this up. This is kind of, you know, easy, and you can make it, you know, all from scratch. But who wants to do all that, right? It's a lot of work. Yeah. First of all, the first part of this is you want to do the crust. So we'll do the crust first, and then we'll make our stuff. Well, maybe we might as well just make it right now, right? And then we'll do the crust. So check it out. We got two things over here. Like I said, we got the crust, but we also got the filling. So let me see what's going on with this. This says you just want to heat the oven up to 350. We got that step done. We're going to whisk the water and egg mix in the Meyer lemon filling. I'm assuming this one is the Meyer lemon filling. See, it's more yellow. The other one's more white. So we got the Meyer lemon filling right here. And then we're going to do the crust. It says stir crust mix and melted butter until crumbly dough forms. Press evenly into the bottom of the pan. Okay, so we just need 3 tablespoons of butter, 3 eggs, and a 1/3 cup of water. But I like to use milk. Whenever it says use water, I like to use milk. Let me know what you guys like to do. I always like to use milk. I think it gives it a little bit more flavor. That's just what I like to do though. Your mileage may vary. So yeah, we got the butter. We got the butter in the microwave. Let's go grab the butter. There we go, very nice. Nice butter mix up in there. Oh yeah. Using the ramen cup this time. All right, yeah, so I'm pretty sure it's this one right here. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm like, you know, 70% sure. See, this one's more yellow, so just my assumptions. All right, so we just need 3 tablespoons though. We don't need much. Let's go. We got these nice magnetic spoons, pretty cool. They're on Amazon. Let's see, 3 tablespoons. So, okay, we got the tablespoon. Yeah, we'll just scoop up some of this liquid, you know, no problem. We need some as well for the for another step too, so you know it's going to be having it. Anyway, let's go ahead and put it in a nice stainless steel mixing bowl over there. Let's see. All right, there we go. Opening these babies up. Oh yeah, that smells really good. Oh, you know what? This is the lemon one. I don't want to open that one yet. It smells really good though. Like, couldn't help myself but opening that one subconsciously, right? Okay, now we got our nice crust over here. Let's put the crust right up in there. Oh yeah. It smells pretty good too. Not quite as lemony though, but what do you expect? Okay, yeah, just gonna get the nice stuff up in there. Oh yeah. Let me know where you guys are watching from if it's your first time. Oh yeah, we're making these nice lemon bars to start off with. And we got these nice square baking sheets. We love using these ones too, you know, nice, little convenient. So, I don't know, let me know what you guys like to use. You could use the aluminum pans too if you want, no problem. We just got those, we like using them. So yeah, let's go ahead and add just 3 tablespoons of this butter up in here. There we go. And we just mix it up in there, there we go. Maybe a little bit more. We're just a little shy for a few. What do you guys think? A little extra butter? You know, butter makes everything taste delicious. Can you pin it on, please? Okay, let's mix it up. We'll just use a regular old spoon. Use the old, let's see. Use a nice corner spoon. I like using this corner spoon, but there's a lot of ways to do things, right? I love using the corner spoon. Anyway, go ahead and mix this baby up. We just want to make some crust here real quick. Make some nice little crust. Oh yeah. Oh yeah, this smells really good. You know, the texture takes a minute to form, so just be patient with the process, but it's going to be really good. We got the meats coming up next.
Lonnie asked, what you cooking today?
Hey Lonnie, we're making some cloud cake. Check it out. We're going to make a lemon, I keep saying lemon, we're going to make a French meringue, and we're going to fold it into a white box cake mix. It's going to be really, really simple. It's going to be really delicious too. We're also going to be making a little bit more meringue, and we're going to be putting it on top while it's baking. We're also got some baby back ribs we're going to be prepping, and we got some pork tenderloin. So we got all kinds of stuff we're doing. Oh yeah, here we go. We got this crust. It's kind of crumbly. Oh, it smells really good though. We got some of this delicious. Our friend sent us some of this delicious Bigfoot breath to try out, and this is amazing stuff. It's pretty unique. We're going to be putting that in our pork tenderloin as well.
Let's try it.
Oh yeah. All right, yeah, just get the crust formed up in here. You know, I think I might add just a little bit more, so it's more like, you know, I don't know. You see that? It's still really powdery. Maybe a little bit more butter. What do you guys think? You know, sometimes these recipes are hit and miss, you know, that they give you in the box, so, you know, kind of make it your own. Do a little bit more butter, right? We just did the 3 tablespoons. I think it needed 4. What do you guys think? Let's start with 4, maybe 4.5, right? You know, one extra one for good measure. All right, here we go. Mix this baby up. Oh yeah. A little butter up in there. Nothing wrong with a little butter, right? Oh, here we go. Okay, this is the kind of consistency I want. See how it's more like crumbly? Before it was still powdery, but now we kind of got some crumbs, so I think this is going to be what we want to do. So yeah, we're going to basically toast the crumbs first. While we're toasting them, we're going to go ahead and start our cloud cake, and then by the time we pop both of them in there, we'll get to those ribs. We'll get to that delicious pork tenderloin. Show you how I do the cream cheese mix and all that. I'm going to put some onions in there too. So stick around, my friends. If it's your first time, hit that subscribe button. Give us one a like. We love cooking for you guys, and you know, you guys actually make the channel what it is. It'd be just dead air without you guys. So appreciate all you. Let me know where you're watching from. We're right here by Orlando, Florida. Oh yeah, there we go. Nice crumbs. That's a nice consistency. All right, now I like to use the parchment paper. Let me know what you guys like to use, but easier to clean up. You know, I don't know. Okay, So yeah, we got making these nice Meyer lemon bars. And we're also doing, we're gonna hack this cake mix. We're gonna make a cloud cake instead. Oh yeah. So yeah, we're using these nice square pans. Sometimes it's hard to find the beginning, right? Okay. Yeah. That looks pretty good, right? What do you guys think? You know what I like to do too? I like to crumple it up just like this and then fold it. And then you know you can take it a step further if you have some paper clips. Hold on, let me show you guys what I'm talking about. Got these paper clips over here. You could use these paper clips all kinds of ways, and especially when you're cooking. Check this out. We got the paper clips right here. Sometimes, you know, when you put the parchment down in these square shapes, or they have like different angles, it kind of makes the cake cook weird, or it makes like little folds. So we're gonna go ahead and kind of press everything down, butter it, and then, you know, keep it there. So that way it's not gonna go anywhere. You know what I mean? It's not gonna flop around or, you know, lose its shape, or we're not gonna have any air bubbles. You know what I mean? That way it's kind of more of a safer bet. Okay, so there we go. We're gonna just press it down, so that way we're covering all the area. And then we got these nice paper clips. There we go. You can get these at the post office, UPS. They're like, I don't know, like $3 or $4 for 20 of them, 30 of them. Very convenient, great to use for your baking. You can get them on Amazon too, but I mean, you can pick them up all over the place. All right, but yeah, just kind of spread it out, right? So that way it's not gonna, you know, fold up on your cake or whatever you're putting in here when you're doing it. There we go, and we'll do this for both of them too, so you guys get a good understanding of what I'm talking about. I like to do this, I don't know, I like to be a little OCD sometimes, you know what I mean?
Chocoholic News said hi.
Hey, Chocoholic, how you doing? Okay, yeah, just press these all down. Okay, and then we're gonna do just a little bit of that butter. Just a little bit, you know, a little butter for good measure, right? A little butter. And let's spread it out a little bit, you know, use whatever you want. I'm just gonna use the cut cake bag, you know, why not? Just greasing it up. And you obviously don't need to grease the parchment, but it's just an extra little flavor step. Okay, there we go, looks pretty good. Just grease up the sides too, that way you can get it out easier. Grease up the sides. I mean, the parchment's already convenient, but this is gonna make it even more, you know. Gonna come out really easily. There we go. Yeah, just get the butter everywhere, all those nooks and crannies. Yeah, I like to use, like I said, I like to use these paper clips, keep everything in shape. There we go. All right, looks good enough. Let's go with the crust. All right. Okay, get all these little bits out of here. Got a little bit of butter up in there, that's okay. Gonna just press them down up in here. Gonna make these nice lemon bars, and we got our mix over here. We're gonna be doing that next, but we gotta toast the crust a little bit so it gets, you know, that nice little, you know, toasted flavor. But this is, I can't wait to use this. If you guys had a little smell-o-vision, this smells fantastic. Really, really good. Got the Meyer lemon stuff up in here. Okay, get that going in a second though. Let's go ahead and do these bars. Let's see. There we go. Got these bars over here. How you guys doing today? It's a nice little Sunday. You know, it's kind of a bittersweet kind of day. Let me know where you guys are watching from. I'm just gonna push this crust up in here and then toast it for maybe 5-10 minutes. I'm gonna jump over to the cloud cake after this. I just spread it down. You know, the idea is it kind of be imperfect, so it's okay. All right, there we go. Yeah, just kind of form it. Still going to be clumpy, that's okay. Not a problem. Oh yeah, it's going to be really, really good too. Yeah, we're going to be putting the meringue on top too. That's going to be an extra step. Going to be really cool with that meringue. You're doing a simple French meringue. The French meringue is just sugar. You know, you get about a cup of sugar. You get about 4 egg whites, and just whip them up with a cream of tartar. But the Italian meringue is actually where you make a syrup. You make a hot syrup, and you put it in there while you're whisking the egg. So it makes it it kind of cooks it a little bit too. So it gives it a little bit more volume, I guess you could say. All right, yeah, just looking pretty good over here. Check it out, my friends. We got this crust pretty much formed up. I'm gonna go ahead and pop this in the oven.
Delicious. That's what
that? Okay, my daughter, she's helping me do whatever, I don't know what she's saying. Anyway, we got this coming up right now. Let's go ahead and mix this. Oh yeah, okay, so for this one, let's see. Then we got the cloud cake coming up next. Yeah, we're doing the Meyer lemon bars right now. So yeah, for this, we need a 1/3 cup cup water. It says water, but we're gonna use milk. I like to use milk. And we're gonna do 3 eggs. So 3 eggs and a little bit of milk. So yeah, let's go ahead and put this up in here first. Oh yeah, it smells really good. I don't know what they put in here, but it smells amazing. There we go. All right, looks pretty good. All right, yeah, we're not going to be using this for that. Got the drill for that, you know. Use it if you got it, right? Okay, set this aside. Didn't use it too much, so we can use it again. But yeah, oh, it smells so good. So good. All right, we need some eggs. I think it was 3 eggs. All right, there we go. We got our lovely eggs over here, my friends. These eggs are cracking. Got the one. All right, and I guess we'll just put them in the bag. You know, do whatever easier. It's laying right there. Why not, right? Anyway, make sure it's just 3. Yeah, 3 eggs. Okay. Oops. Lost a shell in there. That's okay. It broke pretty clean. Okay. Little shell. That's okay. Little extra calcium, right? Little calcium, magnesium up in there. Okay. All right. Got the 3 tackle fruit up in there. Now we're gonna get our milk. We're gonna get a 1/3 cup of milk. Let's see. Let's see. I thought I got it out, but I guess not.
How much did you get out?
Oh, we got the milk. We're using the the low fat. Use whatever you want. Let's see. We got a 1/2 cup over here. Let's do like a little over half of the 1/2 cup. You know what I mean? That way it'll be a 1/3. I like to kind of play with my measurements a little bit. Oops. Lost a little milk there. That's okay. All right, looks about a 1/3. What do you guys think?
Moisturizing the cutting board.
Moisturizing the cutting board, right? Get a little cholesterol up in there from the milk. Okay. And all right, get the lid. There we go. Got the milk. Put it back in the fridge, right? Maybe we'll use it again. All right, my friends, let me know where you're watching from if it's your first time. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We got this nice Meyer lemon bar mix we're gonna be mixing up right now, but we got that in there. It's been about 2-3 minutes. We'll just keep an eye on that. Yeah, let's go ahead and mix this up. I like to use the power tools, right? I got the whisk attachment up in there. Oh yeah, here we go. Smells so good. Oh yeah. Looks pretty good. Check it out, my friends. Check out this lovely consistency. You see that lemon? That's gonna be some really good stuff in there. Oh yeah, we're gonna bake this for a little bit. It's gonna be amazing. It's almost gonna be like a cheesecake, but you know, lemon, right? And then we're gonna top it with that meringue and bake it a little longer too. So it's gonna be amazing. Okay, so we got this stuff over here. We're gonna just set this aside for right now because we're gonna wait for that crust to form. While we're waiting for the crust, we're gonna go ahead and start with this guy. All right. Oh yeah, coming up next, we're gonna be doing our nice pork tenderloin. We got some of this delicious stuff from our friends. This is some really good stuff too, my friends. Oh, really good, really original stuff. Very strong.
Don't eat it if you're gonna go into a meeting.
What's up?
Don't eat it if you're gonna go into a meeting.
Oh yeah, don't eat it if you're gonna go in a meeting. You got that Bigfoot breath, right? It's literal advertising. Okay. Oh, we got all kinds of stuff over here. Excuse me, my friends. Okay, we got the other bowl over here. Let's see what we got. We got this stuff. But you know what? We're gonna be doing our meringue. We need a couple of different bowls. You know what I mean? That's kind of the crappy thing about baking is you tend to use a lot of bowls, a lot of cookware. Let's use a smaller one. Let's go ahead and use one of these babies. Oh, Yeah, using the old one. It's from the KitchenAid mixer, but whatever. It's all good. So let's go ahead and add the cake mix up in here, and then we're gonna make that cloud cake. But we got a couple of different things going on here. Let's see. Maybe what we can do, I'm thinking about it now. Maybe we'll put the mix on top of the meringue after it's formed. What do you guys think? That might make it easier. Might make it a little easier. I think we'll do that instead. Let's go ahead and let's do the meringue first, and then we'll go ahead and do that cake mix. What do you guys think? I don't know. Shouldn't be too bad. There's a couple of different ways to do things, right? There's always different ways. Yeah, it should be all right. Okay, so yeah, we'll just set this aside. But yeah, this is gonna be a nice little white cake box hack. It's gonna be pretty simple. But yeah, let's go ahead and do the eggs first. Oh, we got a couple of bowls. You need a lot of bowls and all kinds of stuff, like I said. That's okay. Just embrace the chaos, right? Embrace the chaos. Okay, so let's go ahead and get about 4 eggs. I'm thinking 4 eggs. Oh, here we go. Oh yeah, now this recipe has instructions for both. Where'd my cake mix go? Always losing stuff. Where's my cake mix? Oh, here it is. Okay, yeah. If you guys want to watch somebody lose something, that's something else you could watch me do here in like less than 5 minutes. Okay, so we're using 4 eggs, but we're just going to be using the white. You could also use the whole eggs if you want, but you just need 3 of them. So kind of extra fat up and stuff. So I don't know. Do whatever you want, but we're doing the complicated method today. Make it a little bit more fun. So let me show you how I like to do these eggs. These are always kind of fun to do here and there. And then I'm thinking we got these eggs, we got the yellow we're going to be ending up with at the end. We're going to be making some nice eggs in the microwave. I'm going to show you guys how I do that. We're going to end up with some egg yellows in here, some yolks. I'm going to add just a little bit of milk in there, microwave it a little bit, and then we're going to go in with some of our delicious Bigfoot breath seasoning. That's going to be really good. You don't want to cook with it. It's kind of more of a finishing product, but I am going to be putting it in the pork tenderloin when we roll it up, so that should be pretty good. It won't get burned though, so it should be okay. So yeah, let's go ahead and separate the egg yellow from the egg white. So yeah, anyway, go ahead and start right here. Show you guys how I like to do it. All right, yeah, try to break them clean if you can. All right, here, just let a little bit fall. There you go. And then just kind of play it back and forth. My wife likes to grab the egg and let it just kind of fall through her fingers. I'm not really a fan of doing that, but that's another way of doing it. There you go, get all that glob out of there. It'll separate. You just gotta coax it in there a little bit. And you don't want to flip it back and forth too many times, because if you keep flipping it back and forth, it's gonna break. So do it, maybe 2 times, 3 times the most, but you don't want to keep doing it because that's just kind of inviting disaster to happen, right? You go back and forth. You might do it 3 or 4 times, but that 4th time it's going to get you. All right, looks pretty good. All right, I'm going to go ahead and get that last little bit. And there's actually a good amount of water and liquid in here as well, besides just the white. So you got a little bit of everything. I'm going to go ahead and put the yellow right there. And something else you could do with these babies, you could put them in a little soy sauce. You could do all kinds of cool things with these eggs. There's a lot of cool ways to use egg yellows. Yeah, toss the shell. You can compost it too. Probably should be composting it, whatever. Let's go ahead, do a couple more. Here we go. Okay, here we go, my friends. We're just separating the egg yellow from the egg white. Let's see how many mistakes we make. You see, hopefully we can keep them all intact. Oh yeah, here we go. All right, now just let them separate. You don't want to keep going back and forth because something's going to happen eventually, right? Something's going to happen eventually. Maybe 3 times, 4 times if you're feeling dangerous. All right, looks pretty good. So far, so good. So far, so good. All right, 2 more. We're going to make our nice meringue. That's going to be pretty cool, you guys. I'll show you guys how it's done over here. Okay, yeah, just let the blob fall. There we go. Let that blob of egg white fall. Oh, yeah. Come on, baby, get out of there. All right. And let it all separate. There we go. And watch out for these sharp corners. You guys see any sharp corners up in them eggs? Pull it back a little bit, make it a little bit more inviting for the egg. There we go. You get the last little bit. Sometimes you need to kind of tell it what to do a little bit. There you go, get the last bits out of this one. This should be good. You can keep going back and forth, but it's gonna break, I guarantee you. You only wanna do it 2 or 3 times. A little bit left up in there, just a little bit. Don't waste any eggs, right? Stuff's so expensive, might as well be gold. Okay. Breaking the eggs over here, there we go. Just gonna be careful not to crack the yolk because that kind of screws it all up. Okay. All right, get all that blob of goodness. There we go. We're gonna whip that up into some meringue perfection here in a minute. But we can't be forgetting about the crust from those lemon bars. That's gonna be easy though. All we gotta do is, once the crust forms, all we gotta do is just top that stuff on top of it, on top of that mix we made, so should be real easy. All right, you just separate these babies. There we go, that's about what we wanna see. Do one more time. The last little bit out of there. Come on, baby, there we go. Should be good. All right, we got our 4 eggs, and we didn't break any, so good luck. Good luck to you guys. Shouldn't be too hard. You know, honestly, just practice a little bit. It's not as hard as you think. But I got a little bit of stuff on the hands. Let me just clean my hands real quick with the gloves on. You guys ever do that? I don't know. I like to do that once in a while. There we go. And nice clean hands, let's go. Okay, we got our nice egg yellows over here. Check those babies out. Oh yeah, those are gonna be really, really good. Let's see, maybe what we can do while we're waiting over here, maybe we get a little bit of milk real quick and make these eggs in a second. Might as well, right? I told you guys we're gonna be using the milk again, I told you. Now let's check these out. This is gonna be like scrambled eggs, but I'm gonna make them in the microwave, right? And when you when you pop the yolks, it doesn't burst in the microwave. You know when you microwave eggs, sometimes you get that burst. When you pierce it, it kind of relieves the pressure. This is typically what bursts, the yellow, when you're microwaving it. So if you pop them a little bit before you microwave them, that problem won't happen to you very often. But once in a while, right? All right, just a little bit of milk in there. This is gonna be really custardy. It's kind of like scrambled eggs, but there's no white, so it's gonna be pretty good. All right, and with the eggs, I like to cook them with something, so they have a little bit of flavor. I like to put the Dano's Crunchy up in there. Some good stuff too. Just a little bit of seasoning, kind of like everything bagel seasoning. You guys can use, the Einstein has a really good one too, the everything bagel seasoning. But I don't know, just do whatever you want. But yeah, we're gonna be topping with the garlic. The Bigfoot breath, that's not something you want to cook with, so get your spices from this stuff. There we go. Oh yeah. Okay. And this is just a little microwave snack over here. You see this, my friends? Going to be real easy. Just put this in the microwave for like, I don't know, minute, 2 minutes. It's going to be a little, I just don't want to leave those egg yellows just chilling, you know what I mean? I don't know. It'll be like a minute 30. Should be good. You could babysat it and check on it every couple minutes. We're not going to do that. We're going to keep it real simple. Check out this nice egg white mix. Oh yeah. So now what we need to do with this is we need to add cream of tartar in the beginning, but then we need to add sugar. But we want to wait to add sugar until it foams up, because if you add it when it's like this, it won't form stiff peaks. So you want to mix it really, really well in the beginning, and then fold the sugar in slowly, because if you fold it all in at once, it's going to hurt the process of it forming the proteins and the structure, whipping it. It's almost kind of like a cotton candy. Think about that. It kind of like transforms it. It's melting. It's kind of forming the proteins as it's going along. So anyway, we got our egg mix right here. Let's go ahead and get right up in there. So I'm thinking, I don't know, I don't want to use this. This is going to be too small of a bowl. So let's go ahead and add it in our mixing bowl right here. All of our eggy goodness. Oh yeah, very, very nice. You guys watching for the first time, hit that subscribe button, give this one a like. We love cooking for you guys. We were cooking live a little bit more often. I think we might just do Sundays again, but we'll see. We like to jump around a little bit, keep it interesting. But yeah, we're doing the egg mix right now. We're gonna be making a nice French meringue, and then we're gonna be folding it in to this white mix. It's gonna be a cloud cake, kind of like a cake box hack mix.
Ark says, happy Sunday, y'all, and said hi.
Hey Ark, how you doing? Appreciate you, my friend. over here, one of the OGs over here. So thank you for staying with us so long, Ark. Anyway, check it out, Ark. We got tonight. We're doing a French meringue. Ark. I said Ark.
Okay.
Always getting corrected. Anyway, so we got the mix over here. We got the meringue or the cream of tartar. All we need for this is about a quarter teaspoon or so. You can kind of do whatever you want, but about a quarter teaspoon is good. Let's see if we can get the right one. Okay, these nice magnetic spoons over here. Really cool ones. All right, let's see. Open the thing up. We don't want to sprinkle it, right? We want to dip up in there. All right, there we go. And just about an eighth. There we go. About an eighth. I don't know. That's good. Or a fourth. I'm sorry. All right, all good. Now let's go ahead and mix it up, my friends. Let me clean up the things. I got a little bit of stuff up on here from the eggs, so this is going to prevent some of the proteins from forming. So clean your whisk off. Not too bad, right? You can do as much as you want. All right, now we're in low gear right now, but I'm thinking we need to go into high gear for this baby. There we go. We're on the 1. Now we're on the 2. Now we're ready to go. So we also need about a cup of sugar. But we want to wait till, you see how it's clear right now? We want to wait till it becomes foamy and white. You can't see through it. That's when we want to start adding that sugar. It's going to be kind of an easy process, but it takes a little bit of patience. So be patient. It's going to make it even better, right? You know, good things come to those who wait, right? But let's check on the crust real quick. We don't want the crust to burn. The crust is okay. I don't know. Probably go ahead and add it in there. Why not, right? Yeah, we made this nice lemon meringue mix. We got these nice Meyer lemon bars. We're doing these over here. But check it out. We're going to top these babies with lemon meringue mid-bake so it toasts it. You know, we're not going to use the torch or anything. We're going to top it with the meringue, and we're going to let the oven kind of do the toasting for us. But it's going to be really good. It's going to be fluffy, delicious, all kinds of flavor up in there too. Anyway, let's go ahead and grab that mix, and we'll top it with this stuff. But I need my oven mitt things. Where are those at? I don't know. All kinds of stuff is going missing today. I don't know. Can I just use the old Weber grabber over here? All right, here we go, my friends. All right, check these babies out. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. Got the crust. Nice and happy over here. We're about to be happy when we eat it. This is about all you need. You know, you can brown it a little bit more, but this is all you really need. Check it out. Let's go ahead and grab our rubber spoon as well. Seems we don't have that either. Let's see. What else are we missing? Missing all kinds of stuff over here. We need a spoon though. We need a spoon. Let's see if we can get something else. There we go. We got the wood spoon. That's okay. We got the wood spoon. Sometimes you just got to use what you got, right? Gonna dump this right up in there. There we go. Oh yeah. Just you don't even worry about it. It's hot, but it's fine. It's hot, but it's fine. That's what you want. And then when this bakes about midway through, we're going to top it with that nice French meringue we're doing right now. It's going to make it nice and toasty, nice and fluffy. Going to be some delicious lemon bars. Nice, fluffy, amazing cloud bars. What do you guys think? Lemon cloud bars? I don't know. Might make a short out of some of this stuff too. So always thinking about titles, right? The titles are kind of fun. All right, that should be good. I don't know. You know, I like to use the rubber spoon when I'm doing this, but I can't find the rubber spoon. I don't want to dig for it, you know what I mean? Should be good, I don't know. Get all the little bits out of there. Oh, look at this though, it's beautiful, isn't it? Check this out, my friends. Beautiful lemon bars. Kind of coat all the crust, coat the corners, should be good. Let's put it back in the oven. But we want to only bake it for about 30 minutes or so. Maybe we'll, let's jump to doing this real quick. And then, because what I was thinking about doing is, I got the meringue right here. We're making the meringue. I'm gonna top both the lemon bars and our cloud cake with the meringue mix I'm doing. So the idea is to kind of get them done at the same time, right? Maybe we'll let this chill for a minute while we're doing this. We'll do the meringue real quick, and then we'll kind of put them both in at the same time.
Is there lemon bars in there?
No, the lemon bars are right here.
Oh, what's that smell?
I don't know.
It smells like lemon.
Lemon? Oh yeah, this smells really good. Okay, so let's go ahead and move this somewhere where it's not so hot. And what was I grabbing this with? I was grabbing it with something a second ago. Oh, here it is. Yeah, I had my grabber somewhere. I don't know what happened to it. But yeah, using the nice Weber grabber for this. You know, dropping it here carefully. Move it over here. All right, and we're gonna put both of those in at the same time. As soon as we're done with our cloud cakes, that way they cook evenly, right? We don't want one to finish before the other when we put the meringue in at the same time, right? Anyway, start with the meringue, but yeah, let's get 1 cup of sugar. 1 cup of sugar. Okay, 1 cup of sugar. I just use white sugar. And I was saying the difference between the French meringue and the lemon, or in the Italian meringue, is the Italian meringue you make like a hot syrup, and you mix it in there, and it kind of cooks the eggs a little bit. But with the French meringue, you just get a simple sugar. That's all you need. You don't make it extra fancy. All right, here we go. And we got the tartar already in 4 egg whites. And all right, here we go. Let's start. Can you come over here, baby? Okay, come in on the bowl. All right, got a little bowl vision for you guys. So you can raise it up a little bit. Perfect. All right, my friends, thank you for joining. If it's your first time, hit that subscribe button. Give us one a like. We love cooking for you guys. All right, now we want to whip these up till they get about, they start getting white and they get, they start building proteins, and then we'll add that sugar in. We do not want to add sugar right away. Almost there, a little bit longer. Okay, why don't you pour this from the top while I'm, when I'm almost there, I'll tell you.
Okay.
You gonna do it?
A little bit more.
Oh yeah, it's almost there, a little bit longer, but you see how the foam is forming? A little bit more protein structure, we'll add the sugar. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and have my wife add the sugar slowly right above me. Hold on. Yeah, go slowly when you're doing this, because let the sugar dissolve. You don't want clumps of sugar in there. Okay, slowly. All right, looking pretty good, my friends. See, it's getting a little stiffer, but that's okay. We just want to keep on mixing it. You see that nice texture? That's from our sugar being whipped. It's from the eggs kind of being married together. Let's keep going. All right, we got our cup of sugar in there. Let's just keep on mixing. Let's see how thick we can get it. Almost looks like marshmallow fluff. grill is getting heavy. A little bit longer, I think we'll be there. You know, you see here, it's a little bit watery, that's okay.
Is that supposed to get stiff too?
Yeah. All right, my friends, we're a little bit, not exactly the stiff peaks we want, but we're putting it in this cloud cake, so it should be okay. Maybe we'll whip it a little bit longer, but then we'll kind of put it right there in that cake batter and then just kind of go to town with it. What do you guys think? And thank you for joining. If it's your first time, hit that subscribe button, give this one a like. We love cooking for you guys. Let me know where you're watching from. You know, we got a little, box cake hack coming for you right now. We're about to jump in those ribs here soon too. Alright, that should be good. You know, I was hoping to be a little thicker, but that's okay. This is just kind of, we're just putting this in the cake, you know, so it doesn't have to be perfect. So check it out, nice and fluffy. What do you guys think about that? It's about as good as it's gonna get is what it is, but it's okay. You know, it'd be like that sometimes. Oh, it's hot over here though. You know, we'll go ahead and take this off. I'm feeling a little warm. Oh yeah, I used to wear this at work, but yeah, it's getting a little hot right now. It's hot enough in this kitchen. Anyway, got this nice, no, come out. All right, my friends, let's go ahead and add the cake mix up in there. Oh yeah, we got this nice white mix. All right.
Jesus.
All right, there we go. All right, we're gonna just dump this baby right up in here in the eggs, or the white egg meringue. Oh yeah. Looks good. Now let's go ahead and add whatever else it wants in here. It wants a little bit of oil. It wants a little bit of milk. Well, it says water. We're not gonna add water. We're gonna add milk instead. I like to use milk instead. So it says 3/4 cups of water and 1/2 cup of vegetable oil. I'm thinking we'll give it the 1/2 cup of vegetable oil, but let's just give it 1/2 cup. 1/2 cup of milk, not 3/4. That way, you know, we already got a little bit of liquid and stuff from what we did, so not too worried about it. But yeah, let's go ahead and do 1/2 cup of the oil, and then we'll do 1/2 cup of milk. Okay, so do the oil over here first. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. You know, happy Sunday. Oh yeah, here we go. Careful over here, don't drop the thing. All right, we got a. Oh, this is 3/4 cups. All right, well, it's a little past the halfway mark, so maybe we should be perfect for 1/2 cup, right? All right, looks pretty good. Got that in there. Close this up. Okay, got the oil. Now let's put the milk in there. It says do 3/4 cups of water, but we're gonna do 1/2 cup of milk instead. You know, keep it interesting, right? Gonna keep it super interesting. And yeah, where's the milk? I keep getting rid of the milk. Oh, we got the eggs too. I forgot the eggs. Let's see what's up with these eggs. Oh, it looks pretty good. Check these eggs out, my friends. I just whipped those 4 egg yolks up with a little bit of milk, a little bit of Danos. Check that out. Looks pretty good, right? Looks pretty good. You know, give me a second. I'm gonna try this. We got our friends sent us this delicious seasoning, this Bigfoot breath. You know, of course, we're gonna be putting a little bit on the eggs. You know, you don't want to cook with this stuff per se, but it's okay. It's like a finishing product. But I am gonna be putting a little bit in the pork tenderloins we're making today. Going to mix it up with the cream cheese. Going to be keeping it really, really delicious with that. Oh yeah. And this stuff is really fantastic. It's very original too. Really interesting.
Rafa says hi.
Hey Rafa, how you doing, my friend? We made some nice microwave eggs. Check it out. I love using the microwave whenever I can. We just made scrambled eggs up in the microwave. You know, you could do poach an egg, put a little water in there, put the egg in there, maybe a little vinegar too if you want. You could do fried egg, just crack an egg right up on here. You know, oil it first, cook it like that. There's so many ways to make eggs in the microwave. Lots of different ways. I'm just doing a little scramble right here. And you know, our friends the other day, they sent us some of this to try out. And you know, we got to put a little bit of this in there. You know, maybe we'll put it on there right now because they say to put it on and let it sit for a minute. So let's go ahead and put it on there. But yeah, this is some really interesting stuff. Oh yeah, sprinkle it on generously. Oh yeah, check that out. This is some garlic. This is some freeze-dried garlic. You know, you guys like freeze-dried candy and stuff. This is kind of the same thing, but they crush up the garlic and they add a little salt to it. I don't know what else they add, but they do some kind of magic to this stuff. It's really good, really fantastic stuff. Give them a try. But yeah, we got our little garlic. Let's just let this hang out in the microwave for a minute. You know, can't be eating right now. You know, we got stuff. We got all these pots and pans we got to use. You know, we got all kinds of stuff. We can't be chilling, you know, with some eggs. Maybe in a second we can. But yeah, we got check it out. We're gonna do a meat prep as well. Check it out. We got the baby backs. We got the pork tenderloin. We're gonna be mixing up some cream cheese, some onions, a little bit of that garlic seasoning. Gonna be making a nice garlic spread, stuffing it in our pork tenderloins, and I'm gonna show you guys how I like to do the ribs. The ribs are pretty cool. We like to do the baby backs. We don't so much care for the spare ribs. Let me know what you guys like for ribs, but we like the baby backs probably, you know, number one. But yeah, we'll get to that in a minute. Get everything cooking at the same time. And we also made little lemon bars over here. We got them chilling outside the oven for a minute. Probably not so great for it, but you know, it doesn't matter. We're gonna go ahead and put this and the cloud cake in the oven at the same time because we're making another meringue and we're gonna top it with meringue. So it's like a cloud on top of a cloud, right? You know, nothing wrong with that. But yeah, let's set this to the side. Ooh, all right. Yeah, it's a little warm up in this kitchen. Oh yeah, we made the egg mix over here. We don't need these eggs anymore. We are going to be doing another one here in a second though. Okay, yeah, but before I get too distracted, we need the milk. Where'd the milk go? I got the milk, I got distracted. All right, get the milk up in here. And we just need about half a cup of milk. The box says use 3/4 cups of milk. We're going to use half a cup. Because we just do what we want to do. Okay. All right, and we got the meringue up in here. We got a little bit of oil and we got our white cake mix. All right, so let's see how this goes. Should be nice and fluffy, nice and really delicious and delicate. Let's see. All right. I got something in my fridge and stuff, so something keeps falling out whenever I open it. So you guys know how it is. All right, let's go ahead and blend this delicious cake mix up. We got a little bit of everything up in this, you know, so this is gonna be really good. Hey, baby, can you come over here and then the cake? Guys, give you guys a little batter vision. So 1 second, we zoom right up on this batter. But oh, this batter's smelling mighty fine. You guys didn't see nothing. All right, that's it. You know, this isn't complicated. We just a little cake mix. All right, let's go ahead and put this in a nice square pan as well.
Rafa said baby back ribs and tenderloin sounds delicious.
Oh yeah, and we're gonna butterfly the tenderloin and we're gonna stuff it. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do that too. That's gonna be really fun. I like to do that. And plus, those pork tenderloins are super cheap. So you can eat good for under 30 bucks. You know, with the pork tenderloin and you got the baby backs. Oh yeah, you know what I mean? Barbecue does not have to be expensive. You know, you don't have to think, oh, brisket, it's gonna cost me $100 or 150 bucks to make this barbecue meal. There's a lot of good stuff you can make without spending, you know, over 20, 30 bucks for barbecue. I don't know, practical barbecue, you know what I mean? Maybe we should start a playlist, right? You know, practical barbecue or budget barbecue. I don't know. We did that budget brisket a little bit back, so that was kind of fun. So maybe put that in the series too, right? All right. Oh, my friends, I forgot to tell you, we got the merch up. You guys interested in any Robin's Recipes merch? Check out the details in the YouTube page. Got some cool little shirts, little random stuff in there. So check that one out if you guys have time. Anyway, let's go ahead and do this right here. Oh, I love using the parchment paper. All right, let's see. Of course, you know, make it like a little squarish piece. I don't know. All right, whoops. Got the lighting over here. Occasionally, you got little lighting issues, right? It's all good. All good, no problem. Okay, and then what I like to do is I like to crumple this up. Crumple it up real good. Oh yeah, there we go. That way, you know, it's kind of, you know, when you have more paper than pan, it helps it stick. You know, all the corners and everything getting smushed down. It's kind of like, you know, like a phone cord. You know, it remembers the traction, and you know what I mean. All right, there we go. And what I did earlier with the lemon bars is I just did some paper clips. So let me do that again. We got enough of them. All right, yeah, you pick these up at the post office. There were like, I don't know, there was like 20 of them or something for like $3. Very, very great to have in the kitchen. You know, a lot of ways you can multi-use things, right? A lot of ways to use things differently than what they tell you it's for. All right, gonna go ahead and clip it down. This just kind of helps it keep the square shape. You know, sometimes when you put in the parchment paper in these angled types of pans, there'll be like a gap right here, you know, there'll be like a bubble. So this kind of prevents that from happening. And we're gonna butter it up, of course, you know, why not? Little butter on the bottom makes it everything good. All right, check this out. Gonna be nice and delicious, my friends. Thank you for joining us. Appreciate you guys. You know, I think we do maybe 1 or 2 live streams a week. Going forward, we'll see. But I'm just kind of focusing on making my videos a little bit better quality. You know what I mean? Put a little bit more time into the videos. Put a little bit, you know, I don't like to use the scripts at all. I really don't like it. But have like an idea of what I'm going to say. You know what I mean? So kind of develop a little concept here and there. So we just came out with this really good Mexican pizza one. We just can't stop eating this. We actually made this recipe again after we came out with the video because the kids loved it so much. Check that one out. It's only 2 minutes long. I'm thinking we're going to move towards like, you know, real quick types of formats. That seems to be the popular thing, you know what I mean? But yeah, check out the Mexican pizza one. That's a really cool one. Check out the full video. You can check out the short too, but the full video is more interesting in my opinion. Anyway, let's go ahead and put our nice cloud cake up in here. There we go. Oh, and see how airy this baby is? Check it out. It's like we're pouring up a cloud up in there. Oh yeah, look at this. Looking to be delicious. All right, yeah, I like to use the rubber one normally, but I seem to have misplaced it, right? You know, my kingdom for a spoon. So we're using the wooden one this time. Oh, but yeah, we just got the cake batter, the white cake mix. We made some meringue out of 3 or 4 egg whites, and yeah, just mixed them all together. Gonna be a nice, delicious little hack over here. It's gonna be delicious. I mean, I had to sample a little tiny bit of the batter, right? You know, I'm guilty, but oh my gosh. If that cake tastes anything like it does when it's done, like the batter does, yeah, we're gonna be in heaven because this is delicious. I would eat this right now, but you know, you don't want to risk it too much, right? Only for the brisket, right? Risk it for the brisket, but not for the cloud cake. Yeah. All right, get all the little bits out of here. It'd be easier if I had a rubber spoon, but you know, I already told you guys about that. Whoops, got a little bit on me. That's okay. Got a little cloud on me. It happens, right? A little cloud happens. All right. Should be good, should be good. Check it out, my friends. Oh yeah, just kind of spread it out. Oh, you know, I said I was gonna do the butter. I guess I forgot. That's okay. It's all good, right? You know, it's not like we're doing a crust. Let's go ahead and pop this one and pop this one in the oven. Check it out. We got the crust. We cooked the crust for like 10 minutes or so, and then we topped it with our lemon mix. So let's pop them both. We got the cloud cake over here. We got the lemon bars. Now we're gonna put meringue up on both of them. Let's make that meringue real quick, set it aside, and then we'll jump right into the ribs and do that tenderloin. Thank you guys for being patient with me. I know some of you guys are interested only in the ribs. You don't care about the baked stuff. But you know, this is the last week of summer, home for the kids. So we gotta make some sweets, make some stuff memorable, right? You know, it's only summer once. You know, never gonna be old, never gonna be this day again, right? I don't know. Little philosophy. But anyway, we got some baked goods real soon, my friends. We're coming at you with the ribs and the meat. So stay patient. Stay patient. All right. Put these in here. And I love using these square baking pans. They're very convenient. They're great to play Tetris with, you know. Sometimes you run out of space, so having things in a nice square shape or whatever is convenient, right? Okay, real quick, let's do the meringue one more time, and then we'll set it aside. I'm thinking we'll do the sugar a little bit more slowly this time, and then we'll jump right into the ribs. That's gonna be really good. Also, we got these this cream cheese. We need to soften the cream cheese for the pork tenderloin. We're gonna butterfly it and wrap it. So let's get, I don't know, 3. We think 3. Let's get 3 containers of cream cheese out, and we're gonna throw those in the microwave. You could let them soften too if you want. But yeah, we're just gonna microwave them for like 2 minutes or so. Get them nice and soft. Let them chill in the microwave, so that way when we're ready for them, we can just spread it out. It's nice having this nice and spreadable. You don't want it all cold, and it's like using cold butter, right? It doesn't spread so well. Anyway, let's go ahead and do that, and then we'll do our meringue. Kind of multitask a little bit over here. Let me set a timer for 20 minutes or so. We'll check on the cakes again, because the whole idea is we're gonna make this French meringue, and we're gonna top it with the baked goods while they're still baking, right? So that way we're not gonna toast it with a torch. We're gonna let the oven do the toasting for us. So anyway, we should have enough time. But check it out. It's nice and marshmallowy. Looks pretty good. Maybe sneak another one. Pretty good. This box cake hack, little white cake. All right, so good. Anyway, let me clean this out real quick, and then we'll go ahead and put our eggs back up in here. Let's do this first though. Let's be getting ahead of myself. All these things going on. You know what I mean? Like a little OCD. So trying to prioritize this and that. Sometimes doesn't go so well. All right, let's open these babies up. Put them in the microwave, and they'll be ready for us. We got the Philadelphia. We like to use the Walmart brand too. Whatever. Sometimes it's the same stuff. Walmart will take other brands' products and put their own name on them, but it's still the manufacturer's product. They just they get some deal on it. So yeah, a lot of the stuff from Walmart is like the same thing. So we don't look down on anything just because it's from this store or that store. You know what I mean? All right, here. So open this baby up. All right, and these, honestly, these open easier too than the Walmart ones, but whatever, small conveniences. All right. Oh yeah, a little deliciousness. And the Neustafelschau or Neustafel cheese is the same thing as cream cheese, but think of the Neustafel as like skim milk, and think of the cream cheese as like whole milk. You know what I mean? It's two sides of the same coin, but yeah, the Neustafelschau, or I don't know if I'm saying it right, but you guys know what I'm talking about. That lower fat cream cheese. That's the same thing, but there's just less fat in it. It's like skim milk, kind of, so to speak. Oh yeah, here we go. Neustafel, is that it? Neustafel? I don't know. I don't like that stuff too much. I mean, it's good, like I just said, but I don't know. Give me the regular stuff. Don't give me that. Don't give me that crap. But yeah, it's good for bacon and stuff. You know what I mean? Especially if you're gonna add other oils to it. All right, here we go. Open these babies up. I'll microwave them maybe 2 minutes, 3 minutes. We'll see. We shall see. All right, pop them on here. Bam. Okay. A little bit extra in there. Pretty good. All right, microwave them for like, I don't know, 2 minutes. Well, we got our eggs. Might as well try the eggs, right? Oh yeah. All right, like I said, 2 minutes or so, it should be okay. Do however long you want. But with 2 minutes, there should be like a little bit of residual heat when it's done to kind of finish the process. You know what I mean? Let me get my shirt a little cleaner first. But yeah, we're gonna try these eggs. Our friend sent us this delicious. Seasoning, this Bigfoot breath, the original. Giving this a test. We tried it without any food. We tried it straight from the jar. And the dude, I think his name is Nolan. If you watching Nelson, if you're watching Nelson, appreciate you. But Nelson messaged me and he said, Mike, don't eat it straight from the thing because it's hydrophilic. It likes water. So make sure you always keep it nice and dry. So I said, it's just impulses. I got impulses sometimes. So anyway, appreciate you, my friend. Gonna give these eggs a try. Let me throw this in the sink real quick. You know what I mean? Got all these pots on all the heat, so sometimes it's hard to prioritize, right? All right. I don't know. Maybe we won't even use that. You know what I mean? When you're making the meringue, you got to be really careful using everything really clean, not adding too much in the beginning because the stiff peaks won't form, the proteins won't start to develop if there's too much other stuff. If there's oil in there, it's not going to form at all. So you just want to have egg and tartar in the beginning. But anyway, we got these nice scrambled eggs we just made in the microwave. You can go ahead and grab whatever is available. You know, these kids, we just keep doing dishes left and right, left and right. The kids just keep going through food. They're going through dishes, so it kind of gets annoying sometimes, right? I'm glad that, you know, we get to see the kids for summer, but sometimes enough of it is enough, right? Go back to school, kids. Go back to school. I had enough of you. I don't know. Sometimes you go back and forth. Anyway, we got these eggs. Check out these eggs. We just did 4 egg yellows, a little bit of milk, and we got our delicious Bigfoot breath. You know, let's add a little bit of Bigfoot breath on top so it's extra Bigfooty, right? Oh yeah, a little sprinkle of goodness. Oh yeah. Fantastic stuff. All right, a little bit more Bigfoot breath. Check that out. This is so good. You know, I tried this the other night for the first time, and it just really kind of surprised me. But really good stuff, really unique, really garlicky, really savory. I love it. They got some other stuff too. I'm excited to try. They got a ginger one, horseradish. But anyway, yeah, these eggs are fantastic. All I did, a little bit of egg yellow, a little bit of milk. A little egg hack for you guys. But anyway, grab the old cream cheese. The cream cheese is looking good. All right, let everything chill up there in the microwave. It's safe in there. It's gonna be okay. Now, let's go ahead and do our, we're just gonna use this bowl for the meringue again. We used the other one last time, but whatever. We're just gonna use this one. We have it available. I'm sick of using all these bowls, right? We don't want to wash any bowls, especially while we're live. So yeah, let's go ahead and get another 4 eggs, another 4 egg whites. Maybe we'll make some more eggs or something. I don't know what we're gonna do with those eggs. We can make some eggs Benedict or something. I don't know. But we've got the eggs. All right, my friends. Thank you guys for hanging out with us. We got the ribs coming at you. I have not forgotten about the ribs. I'm gonna show you guys how we get down with these ribs. Check it out. We got these nice baby backs. I'm gonna show you guys about the 2-2-1 method for the baby backs. 2 hours, 2 hours uncovered, 2 hours, you know, in foil, and then 1 hour uncovered again. So I'm gonna show you guys how to do these baby backs. There's lots of cool ways to make the baby backs. Really good.
Justin said, I just had 3 Laffy Taffies for breakfast, but that looks great, and hello.
Hey, Justin, I appreciate you. Hey, Laffy Taffies, that's not bad. What flavor was it? I love the banana ones. They've got a couple different flavors, though, I like, but those, I'm thinking about those banana ones. Those are my favorite for sure. And Halloween's coming up, right? I know it's still summer, but something to look forward to. So you got me thinking. Anyway, so let's go ahead, do our do some more meringue. We made that nice French meringue a second ago. That was really easy. There's an Italian meringue you can make, but it's a little bit more complicated. You got to make some hot syrup for that. We're not doing that this time, but maybe next time we'll feel a little bit more adventurous. We'll see. All right, 4 eggs. We're gonna do just the whites. Show you guys how I like to separate them. I'm gonna be real simple. You know, the meringue and all this stuff. It sounds intimidating, but it's really not. You know, cooking to me is a journey. It's not a race. So it's not about being perfect in the beginning or knowing everything. It's about having a good time and, you know, learning as you go. You know, you learn a little bit each time. You're doing something right. You know, don't make it complicated. Don't be intimidated by it. If it doesn't work out, it doesn't work out. Maybe you learn something for next time. All right, we're just gonna do 4 eggs. Oh, we don't want to put them on the plate though, right? All right, put them over here. You know, get everything organized. There we go. I don't try to take anything too seriously, right? You know, keep everything casual. All right, get as much goop out as you can to begin with. All right, there you go. Get a little bit of goop out of there. And then separate these guys real gently. Get the shell. Make sure there's no jagged pieces in the shell because you know, it's going to pierce the yellow. There we go. Just kind of fold it over there. And then just kind of drape it over the top. You don't want to keep going back and forth because the yolk will crack eventually. So you want to make sure you only do about 3 or 4 times at most. Get a little bit out each time. But you know, don't worry about getting every little bit because, you know, a little tiny bit is okay. Leave a little bit in there, but just don't worry about, you know, being perfect. It's all good. There we go. Got the yellow right there. And, you know, with the shell, we like to compost them, but, you know, today we're just throwing them out. We got all kinds of stuff all over in the kitchen, so it's a little overwhelming. Okay. All right, get all these, get all the egg white up out of there. There we go. All right, there we go. And like I said, just don't keep going back and forth. Just do it 2 or 3 times, maybe 4 times. But you keep doing it, it's gonna break, you know, then the whole thing is gonna get screwed up. All right, yeah, just get whatever you can each time. It looks pretty good, right? It looks pretty good. All right. See, that one broke. That's exactly what I mean. You don't want to do it too many times. You got to be cautious. Okay, but luckily it broke after we were done. So all good. Yeah, we might make like a hollandaise sauce or something with this later. So it's great having egg yellows, egg yolks, whatever you want to call them. All right, you get all the goop up out of there, all the white. Oh, there we go. Get all the white out of there. The egg yellow has a name, or the egg yolk. I wonder why they don't call the egg white something. They just give it a color. All right. Okay, get all that little bit that you can, but don't worry about getting every little drop. It's all good if you leave a little bit behind. Not a problem. Little bit there. Yeah, that should be good. All right, number 2, or 3, I should say. All right, last one. And what I like to do with these eggs, I do them with one hand if I can. I kind of make like a little crack on top, and then I kind of just press them in a little bit. That kind of makes them crack. That way you can do it with one hand. But sometimes you get a little shell in there. You know what happens. All right, there we go. Get the egg separated. And what I like to do is make these nice and round. Make it a nice little bowl for the egg to go in there. Got a little shell in there. Get rid of that shell. We don't want any shell ending up in our finished product, right? Okay. Put it back in there. Oh, there we go. There we go. You get all that little, I guess we'll call it effluent. You know what I mean? It's like the liquid of the egg effluent. Okay, there we go. Get all the white. There we go. Looks good. All right, got our 4. Looks good, right? And this is exactly what I'm talking about. If you keep mixing them, they're gonna break. So only do it 2 or 3 times. All right, but we got the nice stuff right here. Check it out, my friends. We got this stuff. I think we're ready to lose the gloves. Let's lose the gloves. And we're gonna do just about a 1/4 teaspoon of tartar, cream of tartar. And get these set up over here so they don't slide. And these yellows, they have full of cholesterol, full of fat, so all kinds of good stuff in there, but all kinds of slippery stuff too. All right, we got the white, looks good. Now we're gonna get a little bit of the cream of tartar up in here too. There we go. A little cream of tartar. And just about a 1/4 teaspoon. You could do an 1/8. Helps the proteins form. Okay, there we go. Looks good. And now, okay, let me clean this off again. Like I was saying, you got to be careful when you mix in stuff. You don't want any oils in there initially. Oh, pretty good. All right, let's go ahead and get to mixing over here. Let's get to mixing, but let's measure out 1 cup of sugar again. 1 more cup of sugar. Oh, great, perfect. All right, I've got the sugar here somewhere. Where'd the sugar go?
It's good, right?
I don't know where the sugar is. The sugar disappeared on us. Where did the sugar go? You guys stole the sugar, huh? Oh, here it is. Here's the sugar. Okay, here we go. All right, measure out about a cup. Okay, I got these vacuum seals. They're great, and sometimes they're a pain. All right, about a cup. It's gonna help it, form even better. You can make this without using a cup of sugar. You can go a little bit less, but I like to use about a cup. You could use even more than a cup if you want, but we're not doing that much. All right, and this is just white sugar, nothing complicated. All right, so come over here. Let's try this. This is the thing. All right, my friends, thank you guys for hanging out with us today. Happy Sunday. Hope you guys are having a great day. Appreciate you guys spending a little bit of your time with us. If it's your first time, hit that subscribe button. Give the stream a like. Appreciate you guys helping the channel grow and all the fun stuff. Appreciate you guys watching too. We'd just be dead space if it wasn't for you guys. So shout out to you guys watching. You come in here so we can get some batter vision or some meringue vision. Good. There we go. All right, my friends, let me know where you're watching from. drill's getting a little heavy over here.
You ready for the sugar?
Huh?
You ready for the sugar?
Not yet. Almost. Yeah, we're gonna wait till the foam it starts to foam and turns really white before we add any sugar, because if you add it too quickly, those peaks won't form at all. All right, I keep mixing. I think I added the sugar maybe a little bit too soon last time, so let's go a little slower with the sugar. Not yet, not yet. Lost a little bit, that's okay, right? It's a journey, not a race. Right. The idea is we want the sugar to dissolve each time before we add a little bit more in. Oh shit, this drill's getting heavy, so my dexterity is down a little bit. No, not the fence. Let me whip this up first. Good night.
Huh?
I think we're losing a little bit on the sides. Let me fold some back in so that way we're not losing a little. Okay, here we go. There we go. Reintroducing it all. Got a few little bits that kind of went astray. That's okay. Looks pretty good.
I'll just slowly.
Whoops. It'd be like that, right? Can you zoom out?
How much?
It's like all the way.
Try to grab that.
All right, yeah, get a little bit off the sides, right? Be like that. Okay. Yeah, we're making some meringue over here. We're having fun, you know. I haven't made too many meringues, so it's kind of a little bit of an experiment over here. I think we might be going a little bit too fast with the sugar. I'm not 100% sure. But I mean, it's coming out kind of nice, but I want it to be, you know, a little bit more like a little fuller, right? A little bit more volume. But let's just keep on whipping it.
I think it's supposed to be for the KitchenAid mixer.
What's that?
I think it's supposed to be for the mixer. The way you're going to beat it. Consistent. Very good though.
Huh? Ready? Come out with the inkling. All right, my friends. Yeah, thank you for joining us. We're having some meringue issues over here, but that's okay, right? We can still put it on that cake. It's going to be delicious, whether it's not real. It's okay. It's a little bit less fluffy than what we want, but not a problem, right? We're going to whip it up a little bit more, and then we're going to top our delicious cloud cake and our lemon bars with this baby, and then we'll jump into those ribs. Those ribs are going to be real easy. They only gonna take about 5 hours or so. So I mean, it's getting a little late, but there's still plenty of time to do some ribs. You know, especially if you wrap them. You wrap the ribs, they're a lot less time consuming. You know what I mean? Be a little bit longer with the whipping, and we're gonna top our baked goods, and then we'll jump into those ribs. So I appreciate you guys sticking around for that.
You want to mix it?
Huh?
You want me to mix it?
No, that's good. Okay, it looks pretty good. All right, maybe, yeah, go ahead and keep whipping. My wife's gonna whip it a little bit more while off the camera. I'm gonna jump into those ribs. I'm gonna check on the cakes real quick though. Let's see how those are doing. Wash your little hands real quick too. All right, let's see how we're doing over here. Oh, yeah, it's looking pretty nice over here. Oh yeah. All right, can't wait to show you guys that. It's gonna be a little bit longer for that, but yeah, let's go ahead and jump to this real quick. For the pork tenderloin, we're gonna butterfly them, right? So we're gonna grate a little bit of cheese, gonna cut up 2 onions, make a nice cream cheese mix, and of course we're using our nice Bigfoot breath seasoning we just got from our friends over at Flavors of the Forest. Gonna be adding that in with the cream cheese mix. You don't want to cook with this stuff, but I'm gonna be making like a garlic kind of dip, and then putting it on the tenderloin, then wrapping it up. So, you know, make it really interesting, really delicious. You guys love garlic? Give them a try. They're really good. But anyway, we got this little bit of sharp cheddar, maybe like half of it. We'll see. We shall see. Let me know what's up with you guys. Let me know you're watching from. Yeah, using the old little mini butcher knife. See how well we can cut with it. There we go. I got it sharpened up a little bit. But sometimes, you know, the cheap metal, you can't sharpen it so well. All right, here, one we're going to set aside. We're not going to use that one. All right, we got about a pound of cheese over here. Pound of cheese. And we got our delicious baked goods chugging along in the oven. Those are going to be fantastic. All right, my friends. Now let's get the grater. What's that noise? Are you trying it? Is it good? My wife thinks it's pretty good. All right. All right, grate the cheese real quick. I'm sorry, my friends doing this on camera, but it'd be like that, right? All right, let me know where you're watching from. Let me know what you guys want me to see cook next. You know, I love taking suggestions from you guys. Let me know what you guys want to see next. Oh yeah, grate the cheese. There we go. My wife's mixing up the meringue in the background. You know, sometimes you gotta just mix it. So you know, that while she's doing that, it frees up my hands for other things. But I can't moderate so well, so keep putting those comments in. I'm gonna answer them in 1 second. So please be patient with me. Got the cheese, got the onions. It's gonna be delicious here in a second. Oh yeah. Yeah, it's about a pound of cheese. You don't like cheddar so much, feel free to leave it out. But it's kind of be like a jalapeno popper or garlic popper kind of a stuffing. Oh yeah. And if a little bit goes missing, that's okay. All right. We got our nice cheese mountain right here. We're gonna be putting this right inside of our cream cheese mix. Oh yeah. What I like to do. Good stuff. At least from Sam's Club, pretty good stuff. Anyway, when you're done with these graters, put the cheese side you used in the water. Otherwise, it's gonna get crusty, much harder to clean. As soon as you're done with these, put them in the water. If you can find some, right? If you can find some. Okay, now we got our cheese mountain. Let's set the cheese mountain aside. Let's go ahead and get a bowl. Let's see. Let's get a big bowl, right? We need a big bowl, but we're running out of bowls. We're using up everything. Oh, here we go. Here, my daughter does the dishes too, and sometimes she puts things in weird places, right? So you never know where you're gonna find something. But yeah, we found another bowl. We're in luck. But yeah, cream cheese. Oh, check it out. We got the cream cheese. Oh yeah, here. I guess we'll go ahead and put this down first, you know. Oh yeah, a little cream cheese goodness. Let me wash this off. Got a little bit of egg goodness up in there from last time. That's okay. You know, I think I have another one too somewhere. Oh, here, I got another one. I got another one. There we go. Got another one. These ones are pretty cool to use. I like to use these guys. There's a link to, if you guys want to get any of our products, there's links to most of them here for in our live streams or in our past videos. So check out those links. Anyway, we got these cream cheese. I don't know. Do a good amount in there. Do as much as you want. Yeah, it's like a pound. I don't know. I guess we put about maybe a quarter pound of cheese up in here around about. All right, now we'll give this a mix. Mix this baby up. Let's go ahead and add some onions next. Add some onions. If you don't like onions that much, you can leave the onions out, but we love onions. A lot of flavor up in there. Yeah, that should be okay. Hey, it should be okay, baby. Hey, it should be okay. It should be okay. Okay, yeah, you know, sometimes the meringue just doesn't meringue, right? So it's okay. We're still gonna top it on our cloud cake. It's gonna be delicious anyway, whether it's completely fluffy or whether it's just a little bit fluffy. It's all good. Okay, now let's go ahead and grab up our onions. Cut the onions real quick.
Art said meringue can be tricky. You're both doing great. And then Connie says hi.
Appreciate you, Ark. Hey, Connie, how you doing? Where are you watching from?
Here.
Oh, you just said. Yeah, you know, the meringue can be a little tricky, right? Sometimes you can over whip it or you add a little extra sugar, but we're still gonna top our lemon bars and we're gonna top our cloud cake with this too. So it shouldn't be a problem. We're using those nice square baking sheets. So it's kind of be like a little container in there too. So shouldn't be a problem.
Next time we'll use the KitchenAid.
Next time we will use the KitchenAid, you know what I mean? This drill gets heavy too when you're holding it for like 20 minutes, whipping up that stuff. And it maybe be better with the professional stuff, right? Anyway, so let's go ahead and cut up the onion real quick. We're using the nice purple onions.
Did you check on that?
Oh, I did. They look good. Yeah, we're using these nice purple onions. And I had a knife over here a second ago. Oh, here. Got some knives. Oh, oops. Got some camera issues here. Got some lighting issues. Thank you guys for being patient with us anyway. You know, this isn't a studio or anything. It's our house, so it'd be like that. Okay. So, yeah, we're using these nice cephalon. We've also got these ones. Let's see. This one's okay, but it kind of has some cast iron in here, so it gets a little rust some here and there. So gotta clean this one off before I use it again. But I got the cephalon over here, you know, nice little stainless.
Maybe wipe it.
Wipe it, okay.
No.
What?
The board.
Oh, the board. I wipe the board real quick. Oh, you know what? We'll just use a different cutting board. Here we go. Got some cutting boards on top of other cutting boards, right? You know, keep everything super clean. You know, when you're baking, you never know what's gonna happen, right? You never know where eggs might go or what might happen. I got a little milk over here. Wasn't expecting that either. But yeah, let's go ahead and just cut the tops off these babies. These are some small onions. You know, it seems like these onions just get smaller every day, right?
Jordan says hi.
Hey, Jordan, how you doing? Appreciate you hanging out with us. Making some nice little baked goods, but right now we're making a filling for our pork tenderloin, so that's gonna be really good too. We're doing the pork tenderloin probably first, and then we'll do those ribs. And in the meantime, we got the cloud cake and the lemon bars cooking in the oven. So for this baby, let's see. It's gonna kind of cut it down the middle a little bit. Do a couple of swipes. You roll it over on this side. Let's see. Yeah, I'm gonna try to do fine pieces, but I'm not gonna worry about it too much. You know what I mean? Because it's gonna get cooked inside the pork. All right, you know, when you get close to the end here, you can just kind of flip it over. That's all good. You know, it doesn't have to be perfect. All right, yeah, just give it a couple of swipes. You know, do it as much as you want. And these nice long ones that are flat, you can use them in different ways too. You can kind of, you know, kind of do this if you want. Or you can kind of go back and forth. You know, different ways to use a knife rather than just straight down or the rocking. You know what I mean? You can kind of do this too if you like. I like doing that. But yeah, should be good. You know, there's a couple of wide pieces. We'll just kind of make them a little smaller. Should be good, you know. All right, one more. You see how small this is? That's all that made. That's all that made. So I like a lot of onion, but you know, you guys like a little bit less. You know, just do one or do like a smaller one. All right. Got kind of like a small onion and a medium onion. We'll see. Might not use all this one, but I want a little bit more for sure. All right, there we go. And like I said, the last time I just kind of did a few of them down the middle here like that. Yeah, we kind of, oops, lost a piece though. That's okay. Just kind of keep that one in your hand. All right, let's go down. Oops. Oops. Oh yeah, when you get towards the end, you can't hold it anymore. Just flip it over on the side. You know, don't cut your fingers. You know, it's a learning experience, but you know it's gonna be easier for you to learn if you have your fingers. Yeah, it's a journey, not a race, right? All right, we got a couple of big chunks over here. Let's just kind of, you know, shrink them down a little bit, you know, with our friend over here. Oops, lost a little piece. That's okay. Okay, there we go. And this onion smells really good. It's not making us cry too much yet, so maybe we're doing something right. They say when you got a nice sharp knife, it helps you with the crying. You know what I mean? I think that happens more so when you're squashing the onion. So when you got a nice sharp blade, it helps you. Maybe less tears, right? Less tears, you can cut it a little bit more clearly, you know, more clear-eyed. All right, there you go. You can cut this fine if you want. You can cut it coarse. All good. All right, now like I said, I may not use it all. Let's see. It's all about ratios to me. I don't like to use cups or teaspoons. I like ratios, like 2 to 3, or you know what I mean? I like to do that. I don't know, that should be good. Should be good, then we'll use a little bit of this for next time, I don't know. We got these Mexican pizzas. We just came out with those, are fantastic, really good with onions. If you guys haven't checked that one out, check that one out for sure. That one's fantastic, a little easy recipe. You know, it couldn't get much simpler. The video is only 2 minutes long too, so you guys haven't checked that one out, please head over there after the stream is over, give that one a like, check it out. Throw what your favorite Taco Bell order is in there too, you know, I'd appreciate you guys. Helps to go out to other people like you, so, you know, more reach the better, right? But anyway, yeah, the Taco Bell Mexican pizza recipe, easy, easy, easy. You guys are gonna love that one, so check that one out for sure. Yeah, I was kind of playing around, and there's some other methods of doing it, but it makes it all complicated, and you know, people don't have time to do all that. So this one's a nice little easy one. It'll, you know, maybe 20 minutes, 30 minutes at most, and it's huge payoff. The kids are gonna love it. You know, kids are still asking for it today. Want more and more and more. So, yeah, at least check it out. And try to be a little snappy with the videos too. Try to make them, start making them a little shorter, a little more to the point, right? But these lives are fun because it lets us hang out with you guys and, you know, interact directly with you. Anyway, that's about as much onion as I want in there. Now let's go ahead and add our delicious Bigfoot breath up in there. Oh yeah, you know what I'm thinking? We got the original over here. I'm thinking the lion's mane will be really good up in this one. You know, a little bit of mushroom umami up in there. Nothing wrong with that. All right. Yeah, we got the OG. The OG is fantastic, but we're doing the lion's mane on this one.
Lucy says hi.
Hey Lucy, how you doing? Yeah, our friend sent us some of this stuff to try. Really, really good. You know, very original kind of seasoning. It's all granulated garlic. It's a little salt. This one actually has mushroom in it too, the lion's mane mushroom. Really good. Really, really pungent in the best way. But yeah, we're just making this nice. Here, let's show you guys the meats over here. You see what we're actually doing. Check it out. We got the baby backs, and we got the pork tenderloins over here. We're gonna be butterflying the tenderloin. We're making a nice stuffing right now, so we could stuff it, then wrap it. We're gonna put some forks through it, or put some pins. You can tie it as well, but we're gonna keep it simple. We're just gonna put some forks to it. You know, not much to it. And I'm gonna show you guys how we like to do the ribs as well. We got some nice seasoning for the ribs. We got the meat church, Texas sugar. That's some really good stuff as well. And then we got the cherry brown sugar. You know, we got 2 racks of ribs in here, so you know, 2 different seasonings. 2 opportunities for greatness, right? But in this one, we're just doing a little bit of the garlic right here. This is some really good stuff. You don't want to cook with this stuff though, they say. You just add it as a finishing kind of product. But we can totally make like a dip with it, right? Then stuff it with the dip. That should be just fine, I think. A little bit more. There we go. This is some strong stuff, so you know, use it with caution. But I love garlic. I don't know about you guys, but I could eat garlic raw. You know, I love the stuff. But yeah, that should be enough. We got a little bit of mushroom in here too, but I think the ratio is mainly garlic. But I smell it from here. It smells really good. All right, mix this goodness up in there. There we go. Oh yeah, and this should be interesting. It's just experimenting. I love experimenting in the kitchen. You never know what's going to happen until you try it right.
Joanne said hi from San Antonio, Texas.
Hey, Joanne, how you doing? Yeah, never been. Always wanted to go to Texas, but I would love to go there and try some brisket. I'm sure you know all about the good barbecue over there. We like to do brisket over here too, but you know, nothing, as they say, is nothing quite like a Texas brisket. So I don't know. One day I'm gonna try it. Maybe I'll get popular doing this, and I'll have to try some food over there, right? There's some great barbecue places. Anyway, this is just a real simple one. We're doing throwing these on the smoker. Probably be using some apple wood and some cherry wood, seeing what we have. But we're gonna butterfly these babies right here, and then we're gonna prep the ribs kind of normal, right? We're gonna tear the membrane off. We're gonna put this nice Kinder's cherry brown sugar, and we also got the Texas sugar. This one's for you, Joanne. Check it out. Texas sugar. We haven't used this too much, but it's pretty good for what we have used. We like the honey hog too, but I'm thinking the Texas sugar is more for like beef than, you know, pig and, you know, that kind of stuff. So I think this is a little bit more fitting for our ribs, right? You know, we'll see. Anyway, go ahead and we also got some lemon bars and some cloud cake in the oven. Let me see how those are doing real quick.
Might put that meringue on that one.
Oh yeah, it's looking pretty good. I think we're ready for our meringue. Let's go ahead and take those off. I got my oven mitts. Somebody nicked them. I don't even know where they are. So let's go ahead and take those out. I'm using the Weber. Got a little bit of meringue on it from when we mixed up that. That's okay, right? All right, here we go. I got the pizza peel. You never know what you're going to need in the kitchen, right? All right, here we go. Getting these babies. I'm thinking it's about time for our... Okay, it's about time for our meringue. We're going to top these babies with meringue. Oh yeah, here we go. Check these out. Just bring over here, baby. I got my wife. She's helping me with the camera angles and the moderating, so shout out to her too.
Here.
But yeah, check these out. Okay, yeah, just come over here. All right, my friends, this is what I came up with. Check it out. This is the cloud cake over here. This is the white box cake. We made some French meringue. We whipped it up in there. It's looking pretty good. It's not quite done yet, but we're going to go ahead and add the meringue right over on top. This meringue is a little bit less fluffy than what we want, but you know, we're not going to worry about that. It's all good. We're going to put a little bit on our cloud cake, and we're going to put a little bit on our lemon bars. Oh yeah. But you know what we really need is a spoon. We need a spoon to get every little nook and cranny up out of there. Can you find me a spoon, sweetheart? I need a spoon real bad because the meringue is happy where it's at, and we needed to get gone, right? We need to get gone. All right, there you go. Thank you, baby. All right. All right, great having an extra set of hands, am I right? All right. All right, put a little bit of this meringue up on there. I'm gonna put it back in the oven to bake. It's gonna give it that nice signature brownness you want in the meringue, but without needing a torch. You know, I like to, this is my first time trying this. I thought it'd be a great idea. What do you guys think? I mean, I wish this meringue was a little bit more fluffy, but it's all good, right? It's still meringue. It's a little bit, I don't know if it's over whipped or over sugared or I don't know what the hell happened to it, but yeah, my wife says it's delicious, so she was being a little naughty with it, so she said it's pretty good, so don't even worry about it. You know, it's a journey, not a race, right? Not everything is going to be perfect, but you learn a little bit, and the next time you're going to do better. That's how I like to live. Don't beat yourself up over the little things. All right, that should be good. Let's get this spatula, let's spread it, and then we'll just pop them back up in there. Okay, here we just spread the meringue. There we go. It's going to make it nice and cloudy on top. It's going to be really good. And this is almost done. I would say it's about 3/4 of the way done. And then this meringue is going to finish with it at the same time. And by the time it's done, the meringue should be nice and brown and golden and perfect. So we shall see. How is that? Does it need more garlic?
No.
Good? Okay. Wife is saying the dip I just made was really good. So it's great just how it is. So we're going to wrap our delicious pork tenderloin up in there. And oh yeah, you guys already know. All right, now we got the meringue over here. This is our lemon bars over here. These are going to be fantastic. I'm really looking forward to these. The cloud cake is kind of an experiment, but you guys know these lemon bars are going to be good. The tried and true, the crusty, the deliciousness, you know. Not hard to make those wrong. But yeah, we're doing the meringue over here. It's kind of a cool experiment. You know, honestly, I got the idea. You guys check this out. On the box, it says you could do this method. See that? It says you can do that, but they say use marshmallow fluff. I don't have any marshmallow fluff, so, you know, it's all good. We're gonna just make a meringue, right? Keep it simple. It's almost, it looks like a marshmallow fluff though, right? Mm-hmm. All right, gonna pop these bubbies in here. All right, looks good. Let's put them right back up in the oven. And, you know, we got some clouds over here. We got a little bit of striation and, you know, should be interesting when it bakes. All right, looks good. I don't know. Like I said, we're just experimenting. You never know what's gonna happen until you try it, right? So where's our, okay, like I said, we're missing all the oven mitts. We're using up all the cookware right now, so a little chaos. So I appreciate you guys being patient with us. I'll put these babies back in the oven. They're looking pretty good though. You know, they're gonna be definitely pretty unique. Hopefully they brown nicely. Yeah, they're a little bit more watery than what we hoped for, but that's all good. Next time they'll be firmer, right? Maybe we'll use less sugar. I don't know what we're gonna do. We'll do something different. We'll do some research maybe. Okay, looks good. All right, looks good. And I love using those square pans because you can play Tetris really good with those. Really good. Okay, now it's time to get down to business, my friends. Now it's time for the meat. We're gonna do the meat, and then probably midway through, we'll probably have to pull those out. And then by the time we get done with the meat, we'll be sampling our delicious baked goods, right? You know, nothing wrong with a little bit of sample, right? A little sampling. Okay, so we got our nice little spread over here. We're gonna do half on one, half on the other. But yeah, we're gonna do in these nice little easy pork tenderloins. We're gonna butterfly these right now, and we'll do our ribs. The ribs should be pretty simple, we'll see. But for these ribs, what I like to do for the baby backs, I like to do the 2-2-1 method. So you cook them, or you smoke them uncovered for 2 hours, 250, 300, and then you cover them in foil 2 hours, and then you uncover them, you let them cook uncovered again for the last hour. About 5 hours total. There's another method of doing it, you know, the 5-2-1. But these baby backs are small, so you really only need about 3 hours uncovered total. So, you know, 2 in the beginning, wrap them 2 hours, and then 1 hour at the end. Should make them nice and perfectly tender. But, you know, your mileage may vary. Pull them around 198, 200 or so. Some people like to go above 200. I don't. I will pull them around 198 so they're not fall off the bone. But you guys want to have them fall off the bone, you know, go about 202, 203. They're going to be perfect for you. But anyway, that's how I like to do it. 2 hours uncovered, 2 hours covered, and then 1 hour uncovered again. So, you know, 5 hours total. You know, 250, 300 degrees. You know, your mileage may vary though. You know, do them as much as you want. But yeah, go ahead and grab these babies. And then I'm thinking we better season up the pork as well. What do you think, baby? Can you find me a good seasoning for the pork?
What pork? Oh.
For the pork tenderloin? Yeah, but we can go ahead and start this. Let's go ahead and grab these out of the wrappers, and then we will we'll butterfly them, and then we'll go ahead and stuff them with our delicious mix over here. Check this mix out, my friends. This is gonna be some delicious, good eats over here. I love smoking food. You know, let it just gain flavor, gain deliciousness over time while I just kind of hang out. it sounds like a win-win to me, right? I like to grill too, but you know, this is kind of more hands-off, right? You know, you set it up for success, and you know, you bide your time rather than you know, you got to babysit the thing the whole time. I don't know. Work smart, not hard, I guess. Looks good. We got that one. No, donut. That's too salty. Okay, let's go ahead and bust these babies out. Let's open up the package, and then we'll just pull them out one by one. Oh, that's perfect. Actually, no, that's not perfect. That's for cows. Why don't you use the honey hot? Okay, I'm just gonna get a couple of paper towels over here so we can kind of grab them. You know, we don't want to use the bare hands if we can avoid it. There we go. And what we're gonna do right here, my friends, is we are going to just pierce it right on through, and then we're gonna grab up our meat. So let's grab up. Well, I guess we can cut. See how well our dexterity is. You know, those drills were heavy, so dexterity suffered a little bit. All right, let's do them one at a time, I guess. Let's do them one at a time. And again, I guess we'll go ahead and, here, I'm getting ahead of myself again. Let me go ahead and clean the cutting board just a minute, or let me put another cutting board down. I got these other cutting boards over here. It's great having lots of cutting boards, you know what I mean? You never know what you're gonna need when you're gonna need it, so having lots of space to set stuff on is convenient, you know what I mean? Here we go, we got this nice, what is this one? I've had this one a long time. The Blackstone. Got this one I think at Lowe's a while ago. Need to oil it up a little bit, but it's okay for right now. All right, put this down over here. That way, keep everything clean, you know what I mean? Oops. All right, wood on top of wood, right? There we go, nothing wrong with that. Okay, gonna go ahead and grab the first one over here. Let's get a little bit of a little paper towel. Cleanly grab the baby off and just set her down. Come on, baby, get over here. Oh, there's actually a little, oh, these are little pieces. This is not what I was expecting. I was hoping it'd be one big one, not a bunch of little ones. That's okay, we'll still butterfly it though, but this kind of changes my plan a little bit. Because I was hoping it'd just be one big one in there, right? Or two big ones in here, but we got some little small ones. But that's okay. Gonna roll with the punches. We'll still butterfly it, we'll still do pinwheel, they're just gonna be smaller. Not a big deal. Let's go ahead and get this one out of its wrapper. There we go. All right, yeah, gave them these nice pork tenderloins. This is great. You know, a lot of good fat right here in the tenderloin. The loin is okay too, but the tenderloin has a lot more flavor up in there. There we go. I'm just gonna release them from the packaging, drip them off a little bit. That's okay. All right, get rid of that stuff. All right, and just kind of pat them off a little bit. There we go. Pat the babies off. All right, there we go. And I was hoping we'd get more of those, because I was hoping, like I said, that they were bigger. So this kind of throws a wrench in my plans a little bit. So we'll still butterfly them though. We'll just spread as much stuff on there as we can, but we might have made a little bit too much. Filling, but that's okay. You could bake it too. You could do lots of stuff you could do with it. All right, just dry out each one off. Just a little bit. You know, this is from the bag, so get all that stuff off that you can. You don't gotta be too crazy about it though. Just a little bit here. There we go. All right, let's go. I think we're ready. And I guess we'll set the knife over here. We got to clean the cutting board anyway, right? Get a little bit more paper towel. They're still kind of shiny, right? A little bit less liquid on there is going to make it hold the stuff we want to put on there better. You know, I'm going to put a little bit of seasoning on there, but we don't want to have any liquid from the bag, right? The liquid from the bag is not very good. But we don't want to wash the meat either. I don't like to ever wash meat, so I'll just dry it off. That's what I like to do. Okay, there we go. Let me know what you guys like to do. You guys like to dry your meat off? You like to wash it? Let me know. I've never really washed the meat too much, but I don't know. Lots of ways to do things, right? All right, looks good. I think we're ready to go. We got the meats. We got the meats over here, and you know, while we're prepping, we might as well get these ribs ready too, right? Get the ribs ready. But we can't be forgetting about our meringue and our lemon bars up in the oven. So remind me if it goes a little bit, my friends. Don't want nothing to burn, especially when we're live, right? When we want to do those money shots. All right, here we go. We got the ribs over here. We're about to pull these ribs off. We got a copious amount of meat for you guys. Happy Sunday. You know, it's kind of has one of those bittersweet kind of feelings to it. You know, the Sunday's last day of freedom, but it's also you know, good day to relax too. So we kind of have to take the yin and the yang together, right? There we go. Let's take these lovely baby backs out. Oh yeah, I love the baby backs. Let me know what you guys' favorite rib is. The spare ribs are kind of a pain to cook, in my opinion. You know what I mean? I like the baby backs. Plus, they have better flavor, in my opinion. But yeah, you see all this liquid from the ribs. Just kind of get a paper towel, kind of just rub that all off if you can. There we go. You don't want any liquid from the bag to be sticking on there. You don't want to use that as a binder. We're going to be using mustard as a binder for this. You don't want any of that, you know, bag liquid. That's not a lot of bacteria and stuff in there. So get rid of all that stuff in there. Not a big deal, but you know, get rid of all the liquid. Yeah, dry the ribs off if you can. All right, yeah, we got a nice amount of meat over here. We got the cream cheese filling. We got a couple of different things going on. And we got those lovely lemon bars. They're cooking in the oven. We got the meringue on them. Oh yeah, I had a nice little fun cook so far. You know, a little baking, getting warmed up. Now we're doing the good stuff, the meats. And then we're gonna make some shorts of this and we're putting it on the grill and the finished product. So stay tuned for that one, my friend. You know, we're not gonna show all the process because that'd be kind of boring, right? But yeah, we got some other meat prep videos and some stuff like that on the barbecue playlist we got. So check that one out if you guys want to see, you know, some barbecue prep videos, you know, the barbecue in action. But for sure, we're gonna make some shorts of this and the prep of the charcoal and all that. So stay tuned. Probably maybe later today, maybe tomorrow. We shall see. But yeah, we'll show you guys for sure. Don't want to waste any content, right? Only so much content you can get in a day, so don't waste any of it. All right, yeah, just clean all the meat, clean all the bag juice up off of there, you know. Going through a couple of paper towels doing this, but that's okay. It's gonna be for the quality, right? So yeah, when we get this dried off and we get the membrane off, we're gonna go ahead and put some mustard down on both sides and then do our nice seasoning. One of them we're gonna do the cherry cola or whatever that is, and we're gonna be doing the honey hog on the other one. So it'll be a nice little assortment of flavor. Oh yeah. All right, yeah, get them all dried off. Looking good, I think we're ready to go. Let's go ahead and try to get that membrane off there. Let's see, and you never know with the membrane, sometimes it's hit or miss, right? Sometimes it's hit or miss. Sometimes it comes right off, and sometimes it's a little bit tricky. So we'll see, we'll see. Say a prayer for me, my friends. See what happens over here. All right, let's go ahead and start with this big boy right here. And what I like to do is definitely use a paper towel when you get the membrane. All right, let me check on, let me put an eyeball on that meringue real quick so we don't burn nothing. Let's see. Using the elbows over here, don't worry, my friends. No contact. Okay, it's looking good. It's nice. They're becoming clouds for sure. Yeah, I think it's okay. But yeah, maybe another 5 minutes, 10 minutes should be okay. But I'm pretty sure the cake is almost there too. So both of them are going to finish around the same time, I'm hoping. All right, my friends, let's go ahead, see if we can get this membrane off. See how good of a job we do with that. I like to do, let's see, I like to do butter knife. Let's see if we can grab a butter knife with my pinky and use too many digits over here. There we go. All right, yeah, the pinky is safe, so it's okay. Well, the pinky is coming in clutch over here. All right, so what I do, what I was saying, kind of get a butter knife, go in with this side. Don't go in with this side, go in with this side. You know, get in there, it's gonna not tear it as much. Kind of try to go between the layers. And this is hit or miss. Sometimes it works, sometimes it's kind of, you know, rip and tear. So let's see. We shall see. Gonna go in here real gently like, let's see, not too bad so far. All right, kind of wedge it up in there. Try to get between the skin, get between the meat, the fat. Let's see, I think this one might be a pain. Let's see. I don't know, my friends. We shall see how good of a job we do. But, you know, sometimes if it doesn't work out that well, I like to just kind of score it a little bit. You know, that works too. But let's see. Hopefully that's not what we have to do today. Let's see. See, okay, there we go. Starting to separate a little bit. All right. Looks good. All right, I think we might be in luck over here. Let's see. See that, my friends? I think we're getting there. There we go. We got the membrane. All right, yeah, get that butter knife. All right, money, check that out, my friends. We got the nice membrane. Oh, another thing you could do is the membrane's gonna be slippery, right? Because you know what's it made of? It's made of fat and stuff like that. So get a paper towel and then just get all the membrane off of there. There we go. Got the one side done. Let's go from this side. All right, little membrane action for you. There we go. Get all that membrane up off of there. And I love the baby backs because the membrane comes off real easily with the baby backs too. You know, with the spare ribs, I don't know. Sometimes it's good, But like I said, it's hit and miss. So don't judge one and then say they're all like that. You know what I mean? That kind of goes for everything, though, right? All right, get all those loose hanging pieces off. All right, get all those loose hanging. That's pretty good. You don't want anything, any loose pieces, and it's not going to cook so well when you leave it like that. There we go. All right, so this one's good, perfect. Now let's go ahead and grab this other one over here. See if we can get lucky twice, right, my friends? Let's see. You might get lucky. You never know what's going to happen until you try, right? You never know what's going to happen. Don't let the unknown stop you. Okay, do that same thing again. All right, see if we can repeat our success over here. But yeah, I like to use these baby backs because it kind of gives you a little bit easier to cook. And I like the way they taste a little better than the spare ribs. The spare ribs, they got a lot of like tubes and fat up in there. So I prefer the flavor of the baby backs. My wife does too. Let me know what kind of ribs is your favorite, but for us, it's these baby backs. All right, there you go. Yeah, cram it in there, and then just kind of rip it up a little bit if you can. Separate a layer, and then once you separate one layer, it's going to be easier to kind of get the rest of them. You see, I got the one layer up. There we go. Get a finger in there if you prefer, not a problem. Just don't use anything sharp. Don't use the tip of this knife because it's going to pierce the membrane, and once it's pierced, it's harder to rip off. You know what I mean? Easier if you leave it all whole. There we go. Just separate it real gently, and don't try to rush this process. Just go nice and slow. Just take your time. You don't have to do it lickety split. Haste makes waste, right? Haste makes waste. Sometimes good things happen fast too, right? So there's different things you could think about that. But in this situation, take your time. It's gonna be a good investment. All right, get all the membrane up off of there. There we go. See all that? There we go. This is not going to break down at all. You see that? When you're smoking this is going to remain just how it is the whole time. The flavor, the seasonings is not going to pierce through that. This might as well be a wall. You know what I mean? Nothing is getting through that. So get rid of this. This is fat right here. So the flavor will definitely pierce through this. But this stuff, nah, you got to get rid of this. You try to get rid of that every time. If you can't get it off, and sometimes you can't, you just got to use, score it or do whatever you can. But, try to make as much meat to seasoning contact as you can, All right, here we go. Keep on moving. We're going to get these loose hanging bits off the delicious baby back over here. You'll be putting our nice, we're going to put some mustard down up on there, and then we're going to do our nice, we got the honey hog we're going to do on one, and we got the cherry cola we're going to do on the other one. But if it's your first time hanging out with us, thank you guys for hanging out. Hit that subscribe button, give us one a like. We love cooking for you guys, hanging out with you guys. We're doing more, we're doing better videos. We were doing more videos, but now I think we're going to do less videos, maybe 1 or 2 a week, and we're going to focus on quality, right? More quality. I don't know, instead of more quantity, right? Because at the end of the day, you want something good, not a lot of something, at least sometimes, right? But anyway, yeah, check out our new Mexican pizza video if it's your first time hanging out with us. You can't go wrong with that one. It's 2 minutes long, and you're definitely going to learn something. We got a real easy Mexican pizza, kind of like the Taco Bell Mexican pizza, right? Really, really good. Everyone loves that one. Anyway, I talk a little bit too much. I'm sure you guys have figured that out. Let's go ahead and grab up some mustard. Put a little bit of mustard down on these babies, and we'll season them up. And then we'll jump over to our tenderloin. That one's going to be real easy too. But we got those nice lemon bars up in the oven. We got the cloud cake. So we got a lot of stuff going on. I get so sidetracked sometimes. So appreciate you guys helping me stay back on track. And appreciate you, Ark, about that meringue. Sometimes I get a little self-conscious. So appreciate you. Anyway, a little bit of mustard. Let me wash the hands though real quick, gotta have the clean hands, even though I'm gonna dirty them again a second later, but while we're grabbing stuff out the fridge, right? Okay. Got this nice antibacterial foaming soap. I love the foaming soap. Let me know what you guys like to use, but the foam just makes me feel clean, you know what I mean? Oh, all right, got all the wetness off. And I don't know, I had a regular mustard, but now I guess I just got this one. But this one's great to use. Classic Heinz mustard, oh yeah. Can't go wrong with that one. All right, and then we're gonna do a little bit of mustard, you know, a little mustard down. Oh yeah. You can use, you know, some guys like to use no binder. I like to use a little mustard. You know, it has a lot of good seasoning in there too. There's like garlic, there's turmeric, all kinds of stuff. There's mustard, obviously. A lot of good flavor though. It's gonna pick up a lot of good stuff from this, so you know, I can't go wrong. Add a little mustard up in there. All right, yeah, just spread it out, and then we're gonna, you know, put our seasoning on there generously. There we go. We got the membrane off of there. That's all you really need to do for the prep, and then just get you some nice seasonings. You know, make sure you're using good quality stuff. Yeah, the quality is definitely gonna pay off. You know, quality over quantity, right? I'd rather have a little bit of some excellent stuff than a lot of crap, right? There we go. All right, yeah, mix it all up in there. Looks pretty good, right, my friends? Nice little mustard binder, or nice baby back ribs. Oh yeah. All right, these ones are ready. I think let's give them their own little area, right? We don't want to share space anymore. Let's give them their own little area. And then we're gonna wrap these babies up in some foil afterwards. And yeah, I'm thinking maybe we'll smoke them tomorrow. I don't know, it's getting a little bit late. But yeah, this is a super easy little prep. You know, what I like to do with these baby backs is 2 hours uncovered, 250, 300 degrees in the smoker or indirect on the Weber, whatever you want to do. Then cover them 2 hours in foil, and then 1 hour uncovered again. It'll give you the perfect kind of texture, nice, not fall off the bone. You do them a little longer if you won't fall off the bone. I like to finish mine around 198 or so. I don't like to go above 200 degrees internal, because that gets kind of like too, you know, the meat gets too rendered at that stage, in my opinion. But do whatever how you guys want, or experiment with them. You know, you got 2 of them, keep one on a little bit longer, see what you like better. You know, make it interesting. But oh yeah, we got the nice, delicious. Running out of space over here, huh? Let's kind of move this forward a little bit. Let's see. We're running out of space over here. Let's see what we can do over here about the space. Make some nice little. There, I'm gonna put the pan down right here. Not gonna touch under the meat, so it's gonna be its own little area. So don't be coming at me with anything, you guys. You know, you guys get a little crazy sometimes, you know. But anyway, so we got a nice little isolated area. Let's do a little bit of the honey hog on this one.
Najee said, hey, y'all got a chef who likes to talk, to chat, is passionate by himself, and y'all still just watching him, never talk with him or none. Damn, I be chiming in at least when I'm here. Gonna barbecue, smoke some chicken back.
Appreciate you, Najee. You're our people, okay? Appreciate you. You know, some people are shy, I get it. But, you know, anybody watching, I appreciate everybody, but I especially appreciate you right now, right? But anyway, we got these nice seasonings, might as well use them. Oh yeah, here we go. We got the honey hog on this one. And then we got the cherry cola we're going to be doing on this other one. Check this out. Nice cherry. It's actually not cherry cola, cherry brown sugar. Close enough, right? Cherry something. So we're doing the honey hog on this baby right here. And then just kind of pat it in a little bit. And you never want to rub. You just kind of want to pat it in a little bit. Just pat it in. There we go, not too bad. Just rub it in slightly. You know, when you rub it, it's gonna smear everything. You don't want anything to smear yet. Okay, so we're doing that one, and we're doing this nice cherry brown sugar. So let's do the other side. You see, this one, they're gonna be different flavor profiles for sure. I think there's some like, you know, some dried honey and different kind of things in here. You see that? Not too much pepper. You know, there's probably some brown sugar, some different things in there, a little bit of salt. See, this one's a little bit different. You see, it's kind of like, I don't know how they got the cherry. Maybe I don't want to know, but it's probably going to be delicious, right? But oh no, we got the wrapper on. So we got to use our teeth, right? Got to use the teeth. Can't be too ashamed to use what we got over here. Let's see. Oh, it smells good. Definitely smells like I'm drinking like a cherry Coke or something. All right, let's see. All right, there we go. Nice and open up, and since it's open, might as well just use it like this, right? Just layer it on there. There we go. Oh, it smells amazing, my friends. It smells like cherry candy or cherry soda, or smells like I'm in cherry heaven right now. Ooh, yeah, that's gonna be really good. All right, here we go. Just pat it in a little bit. Don't rub it, just pat it in.
It smells
there we
good.
Go. It smells really good. You smell that cherry?
Yep.
Oh my gosh. I don't know what they put in here, but it smells really good.
It's strong.
It's very strong. It's very good. I bet it's gonna be good too. Okay, yeah, we're really layering it on thick over here. You see this, my friends? Okay, I think we're good. Let's go ahead and give it a flip. Do the other side, a little bit of mustard. A little bit more mustard. There we go. You see that? That's kind of how you want it to be. And we're gonna rest it probably a day. We're gonna let it just sit right there, just like this, and marinate those flavors. I'll probably smoke this tomorrow. But with the baby backs, I like to do 2 hours uncovered, 2 hours in foil, and then uncover it and put it back on there uncovered again. So 2 hours uncovered, 2 hours covered, 1 hour uncovered. You're gonna get the perfect baby backs every time. Shoot for about 250 degrees to 300 degrees on your smoker. You get up a little bit, that's okay, but just make sure you got a temperature probe. I like to finish mine at 198. I don't like to let mine get above 200 because it gets kind of too rendered, but do what you want. If you want it to fall off the bone, go above 200, 202. That's going to be good, but I like to pull them out at 198. So if you got two, maybe try one a little early and then, you know, do the other one past 200 or how you normally do it, see what you like better. But I'm telling you, a little bit of bite is going to be, you know, just right. Anyway, I'm going to go ahead and flip this one too. All right, a little bit more mustard. And we use a nice classic Heinz mustard, the yellow, the goodness. You know, you can use Dijon if you want to, but I think this stuff's a little cheaper, so why not? Not a big deal. But yeah, mustard on the ribs is perfect. You know, it's kind of a match made in heaven. There we go. And we got our membrane off of here. We got the membrane. It came out really nicely. You know, it's kind of hit or miss with the membrane, so we got lucky on this one. We got real lucky, but you know, it's all about having a nice journey. You know, having a nice cook rather than being perfect. Because if you only worry about being perfect, you're going to get frustrated with yourself. You're going to say, oh, you know, I don't want to cook because it's not the best thing I ever had every time. You know, every time you cook, try to be a little better. That's all you need to do. You try to be a little bit better than the last time. And then you're making progress, right? You don't have to be perfect every time. Anyway, spread the mustard out, and then we'll do our honey hog on this one. We got the cherry cola, or I keep wanting to call it cherry brown sugar on this one. Oh yeah, but the mustard even smells really good. Yeah, the Heinz mustard hits differently, right? Really good stuff. Like, reminds me of like going to diners or something, you know what I mean? All right, if it's your first time hanging out with us, let me know where you're watching from, and hit that subscribe button, give the stream a like, appreciate you guys. The channel would just be dead air without the people watching it, so thank you guys, all you guys watching, appreciate all of you. All right, we got our mustard up on there, we got the binder set. Now we'll do a little bit of cherry brown sugar up on here.
Rafa asked, so it's 2 hours uncovered, 2 hours covered, and then 1 hour uncovered?
Yeah, so uncover it from the foil, put it right back on there, and shoot for about 250, 300 degrees. Gonna be perfect every time. That's for baby backs though. You know, for spare ribs, you can do, you can do 4-2-1, or there's different methods of doing it, but I for sure like to do the 2-2-1 method with these baby backs because they're small, there's not a lot of meat to pierce. I used to think the longer the better, the more smoke it got was going to be better, but you want to be very mindful with how much smoke these get because they're small, so they can get over seasoned, they can suck up too much smoke, you know what I mean? So 2-2-1, you won't go wrong. Let me know how it works out for you, but you know, keep it simple. It's for me, I like having simple, repeatable steps rather than, you know, really fancy steps I'm not going to ever do again. There we go. This is some really good stuff too. I open this stuff, though, and my wife said, wow, that smells good. She's standing like 3 feet away from me, so this is some really good stuff. I don't know how they make it smell like that, but It smells fabulous. Thank you. All right, now we're doing the honey hog. Oh yeah. The honey hog is from the Meat Church. They got a lot of good ones. They just came out with a jalapeno garlic one. I want to check that one out, but it's so brand new. I don't know. I got so many other seasonings laying around, so you know what I mean? I don't need any more seasonings right now, but eventually I'll give it a try. Yeah, they got this other one from Heath Riles. It's also a jalapeno garlic, so that one's super good. If it's anything like that one, I bet it's going to be fabulous. But yeah, the Heath Riles garlic jalapeno is super good too. Oh yeah, but this is the honey hog. You know, this one's more sweeter than most of them are, so you know, use whatever one you like. But I think we're pretty much done. You see this, my friends? We got the ribs. That's about how we want to be there for the ribs. We got the membrane off. We got them seasoned up in the mustard. We got the honey hog in the front. We got the cherry cola in the back. So, you know, this is going to be perfect right here. Probably smoke them tomorrow. Let's see. Yeah, if you want to take them, that'd be great. Yep. All right, my friends. Now let's do the pork tenderloin. And before I forget, let's check on the lemon bars. Let's check on the cloud cake because we want that to be perfectly brown without being burned, right? That'd be kind of embarrassing, right? Let's see how we're doing. But we still got the mustard on, so we can't be touching anything yet. All right, it's looking nice, but it needs a little bit longer. Let me give him a little poke. Ooh, I like it. It's cool. I'm gonna show you guys. I kind of made a little crater in one of them, but it's really cool. I think the sugar kind of hardened. It kind of turns into like a candy on top. So I'm excited to show you guys, but I think it needs another second. Another second. I think we have time to butterfly these guys before we pull them out. But I'm really excited about those guys. I'm going to show them to you.
Rafa said thanks, and Kim says looks so delicious.
Oh, thank you, Kim. Appreciate you.
They look like they smell like the normal smell.
Oh yeah, I think so. Oh, I gotta clean the hands, right? You know, I gotta keep the nice hands clean. All right, my wife says you better check on those, so let's check on them real quick, and then we'll let them maybe cool off. Let's see. I got all these things going on around me. I get a little overwhelmed a little bit, but appreciate you guys being patient with me. Oh shoot, you got a paper towel? Oh, here we go. I misplaced the pot grabber, so I'm using the dirty old Weber, but that's okay, right? I'm not touching any food with it. Okay, well check these babies out. I'm going to show you guys this, and you guys are going to be blown away by the clouds. See if we can pull it out gently. Oh, a little hot. All right. All right, my friends, check them out. Oh, yeah, look at that. These clouds are erupting.
Wow.
Check it
That's
out.
like rain.
That is hard on top. That is some hard stuff. Ooh. Check that out, my friends. We got some cloud. These clouds hardened. Now I don't know what you'd call them now. They're like domes or something. I don't know. This is some meringue right here. We didn't torch them. We just put it in the oven and check it out. I'm kind of excited to give them a try. But let's put them over here off to the side real quick. Let them kind of do their own thing a second longer. Let's see. We put them on the cooktop over here. We don't have granite, but we don't want any dark spots, right? Put them over here. They're gonna cool down a little bit, and by the time we get done with our pork tenderloins, we should be able to try those. So everything is going according to plan. So we're doing good on the timing. I was worried they take a little bit too long, but I think we're just right. Anyway, let's go ahead and butterfly these babies, and then we got our nice little mix over here. My wife keeps eating it, so I got to take it away from her. She says it's really, really good. We put some of that delicious garlic seasoning we got from our friends over Flavors of the Forest. They sent us some of this stuff. This stuff is really unique. I've tried so many seasonings. I even used to work at a spice factory. Worked there for a couple months. Every day I'd come home smelling like cumin, smelling like turmeric, garlic, onion, all kinds of weird smells. So I've been around spices. I've been around all these different kinds of seasonings. I've never tried anything like this. This is like freeze-dried candy, but it's garlic, right? So they powdered the garlic, freeze-dried it, added a little salt to it. I don't know what they came up with, but this is some magic right here in this jar. Really good. I appreciate you guys sending me this bottle to test out, but give these guys a try. They're really good. We put some of this right up in the mix, and my wife says it's perfect. It's absolutely just right. This is the lion's mane version. They have a regular version too. But yeah, the little umami flavor, a little garlic in our pork tenderloin. We're gonna roll it. We're gonna put it on the smoker. It's gonna be really good, really easy. This whole meal is gonna be about $20-30. With the ribs, with the pork tenderloins. Easy, cheap barbecue. Why make it expensive? You don't gotta spend $30-50 every time you want to barbecue one piece of meat. You can kind of spread it out a little bit. All right, let's go ahead and butterfly these. Let's see if we could do. Oh, you know what I forgot? I forgot to turn the oven off. Let me turn the oven off. I still got my pinky clean, so let me clean that. Let me touch the button real quick. Using the digital oven over here. Our oven went out a few months ago, so we got this one. It's been pretty cool. Anyway, let's go ahead and butterfly these. Let's see real carefully. Let's see. I have not really butterflied too many things. A little bit here and there, but let's see how I do. Let's see, my friends. Let's go ahead and cut right down here in the middle. And I don't know. Let's kind of keep folding it. All right, there we go. And we'll just kind of keep cutting it. Kind of unfold it as we go. What do you guys think? I don't know how to do everything. I have some skills, but I'm still learning some things. So it's kind of a journey, right? It's all about the journey. It's not a race. It's all about learning something, having a good time. The family is not going to care, whether you make it perfect or you're still learning, so long as you don't screw it up too, right? Or it's too bad, too much salt or something. One time I was making this salmon for my family, and I was still kind of learning how to cook, and I put so much salt on this salmon, it should have given everyone a heart attack. But You know, everyone said, oh no, it's okay, but it's pretty salty. So it's all about learning. You know, you learn something and you don't kill everybody. I guess, you know, that's a success. You know, do a little better each time and you'll be on the right road. That's just my philosophy. All right, yeah, just kind of butterflying this a little bit. You know, I was hoping this would be one big piece, but it's a bunch of little scrawny pieces, but that's okay. We're just going to roll with the punches. We're not going to get, you know, caught up on the little tiny details. It's all good. And I'm just kind of spreading the meat out a little bit, and you can pound it too if you want. I think maybe we'll pound it a little bit, get it a little bit even smaller. But yeah, this is good for right now. Let's go ahead and work on the second one. Some of these are cut in a way where it's kind of annoying to kind of butterfly them, but let's see if we could do a little bit better than we did last time. Let's see if we can kind of go in where it's kind of like a third. We'll go into the top third, then we'll kind of roll it out, so that way we're not dealing with a half right off the bat. All right, check it out. I'm gonna go here. We're rolling the meat out. Let's see. Looks pretty good so far. Yeah, I gotta find a better method for this, but you know, I've always wanted a butterfly style. I have before a little bit, but you know, kind of doing a little bit more advanced on this one. So, you know, learning something with you guys. Don't make fun of me too much, right? You know, you guys can do a little bit, but you know, might make my wife mad. You know, you guys know what happens when she gets mad, so watch out for her. All right, there we go, almost done. A little bit more, I don't know. That's probably fine. All right, we got two. We gotta roll those babies up with our nice cream cheese filling. Let's do the last two. They almost look like little tongues, right? Little beef tongues, almost. But they're not from cows. They're from pigs. All right, yeah, that worked out good. Let's do the top third again. See how that goes. See what we can come up with. That looks pretty good. All right, flip this one over here. And if it's your first time joining us, let me know where you guys are watching from. Give this one a like. Give me a subscribe so you can hang out with us next time. Yeah, if it is your first time, check out our new Mexican pizza video we just dropped on Friday. That one's a really cool one, really fast, only 2 minutes long. Guarantee you'll learn something cool on that one. Yeah, and the kids love that easy little Mexican pizza recipe, really easy. All right, here we go. We're just kind of butterflying these a little bit. We're not even like really butterflying them in the true sense of the word. We're just kind of expanding them a little bit without, you know, piercing them. There we go. Spread the meat out, and then we're gonna wrap it. We're gonna, you know, spread our delicious mix over here. We got the garlic, cream cheese. We got the onion up in there. We got our friend sent us some of that delicious garlic seasoning. Put some of that in there too. There we go. Roll these babies up. Oh yeah. All right, there we go. We got our third one. Now we got the last one right there. All right, my friends. Got these lovely tenderloins on here. These are going to be fabulous. You know, these are really cheap too. So if you want to grill something or you want to smoke something, these are great little you know, barbecue friendly dishes, pieces of meat. But you know, I like to, you know, dress them up a little bit. So you know, wrap them in some cream cheese or do a little bit of this. You know, it definitely makes the cheap piece of meat, you know, feel more expensive for sure. There we go. Yeah, just spread the meat out as much as you can. Get a thin layer. Try to be like maybe a ½ an inch thick at any point in time. You know, big pieces like that, you don't want all that because that's just lost opportunity right there. You can definitely fill this up with cream cheese, roll it all up. You know, it's going to have a lot more flavor than just eating it like this. It'll be okay to eat like this too, but you know, why not make it taste better, right? Why not make it taste a little better? Spend a little bit extra time. It'll be worth the investment for sure. There we go. Spread the meat out. There we go. And then even if it's not all spreading out, you're making more surface area for that cream cheese mix to kind of get into, right? So this is just going to be like, you know, more avenues of flavor, right? You know, more of this meat's going to get coated in that deliciousness. Oh yeah, there we go. It's pretty good, right? Not too bad. All right, not too bad. You know, you could butterfly, or you could pound these too if you want, but we're not going to pound them today. We're going to keep it simple. And another thing I like to do, I'm not going to do it today. You could wrap these in bacon too after you roll them, or you wrap them. That's a really good, fun way to do that too. But you know, we don't want to have all this stuff. You know, we're already doing ribs, and we got the pork tenderloin, so we don't need bacon on top of that, right? You know, a little bit too much pork on that, in my opinion. But you know, you do you. I'm not going to judge. You guys want to wrap this in bacon? I have a couple times in the past. Okay, so let's go ahead and I'm thinking let's top each one with some of that mix, and then we'll kind of go ahead and roll each one. You know what I mean? Keep it simple instead of having, doing it over and over and over. Do it all the same time, right? Pick up your tools one time. All right, looks good. Got them all spread, ready to go. All right, let's go ahead and dump some of that cream cheese up on there. Let's go. All right, now I'm trying not to touch the spoon with the pork, right? So that way I don't have to worry about you reusing it. Just dump a little bit like there on top, just like there. There you go. And then this is great too if you want to bake this in the oven. Just this mix. This is good if you want to. We did some salmon last week. We did a smoked salmon, and we did something similar to this, but we didn't do onions. We didn't do garlic. So it's really good to do too if you want to do salmon. Great little smoked salmon. There's lots of ways to use this dish. Lots of cool ways. Maybe a little bit more on this guy. Looks like a little bit more hungry for that dip. A little bit more right here. That should be good. Do as much as you want. All right, now just use the old hands, use gloves, use whatever you want. We're gonna just spread it out evenly on the meat, and then we'll just roll each one up. And yeah, that should be pretty much it. Then we got our amazing baked goods. We got to give those ones a try. We got the meringue on top. Oh my gosh, excited for that. We made a meringue. We made some cloud eggs like I don't know, like 2 weeks ago, 3 weeks ago as a video. It was really cool, and the kids loved these cloud eggs. But we hadn't made too many like whipped eggs before that, so it kind of just got us experimenting. If you haven't checked out the cloud egg video yet, check that one out. That one's a really cool one. That one's a little bit longer than the the 2-minute video, but it's definitely worth it. Really cool. Kind of give some history on the recipe, but yeah, the cloud eggs. If you guys haven't seen those got really popular around COVID. Delicious way to eat eggs. Check out that video.
Kim said it already looks so delicious, and Chocoholic says, love that cream cheese mixture.
Oh, thank you, Chocoholic. Thank you, Kim. Yeah, this is a real easy little prep. All you gotta do is get a little bit of cream cheese, get your favorite ingredients here, spread it out a bit, and then just give it a little roll, and then just pop them on the smoker. I'd probably put something under this because, the cream cheese is going to fall, especially how we're going to prepare it. We're going to just roll them up in the pinwheels, put a stick through it, and that's going to be it. We're going to keep it real simple. We're not going to use any twine. We're not going to tie them or anything. It's going to be real simple, real convenient. You can go all out if you want. But, for me, I just like to, prep some good stuff without spending too much effort or, pulling my hair out too much. So keep it simple. Sometimes the best things are simple, you know what I mean? The best things are simple. Okay, spread out about how we want it. All right, you can get all those nooks and crannies in there too while you're at it. Looks pretty good. So we got, as you guys can see, we got kind of a shallow end and we got a thicker end. So I'm thinking, let's go ahead and start with our shallow end and then just roll them this way. What do you guys think? Roll them this way. Try to be tight when you're doing it. There you go. But don't worry about it too much. And then maybe I got this plate over here. We'll set them on the plate when I'm done. Let's see. See how much real estate they eat up. All right, here we go. Just roll them. You don't got to be too fancy when you're rolling them. There we go. And then just pop them up like this. There you go. Little meat mountains over here. You see that, my friends? We're just gonna stick a skewer through them, pop them on the smoker just like that. Maybe put something under them if you want, but you don't need to. But you're probably gonna lose a little bit, so you're better off doing that. All right, there we go. Got these babies right here. Pop them right on there. Try to stand them up if you can. I know some of them are gonna be a little lopsided, but that's okay. Just do the best you can, right? It's not about perfection, it's about progress. All right, there we go. Just roll them up. Oh yeah, there we go, my friends. Roll these babies up. And then when you're done rolling them, put a little bit of seasoning on top too. But don't worry about it right now. Don't worry about it right now. You got other things to deal with. All right, roll these babies up. There we go. Last one over here. Oh yeah. Roll them up. It's gonna be so good on the smoker. This was so easy. All we did was, we got the pork tenderloin. We kind of butterflied a little bit, and then we just made a nice cream cheese mix. Gonna be super easy, really convenient. Gonna have some like barbecue goodies at home. We're under $30. Everything doesn't have to be so expensive. Food is expensive, but Barbecue doesn't have to be, right? You can keep your barbecue nice and simple. All right, let me wash the hands real quick, my friends. Let me get rid of this cutting board. Let me see what else we can do real quick. But I think we're about wrapped up over here. So I appreciate you guys hanging out with us. We're coming back again next Sunday. We might come a little earlier during the week, so stay tuned. We'll do an announcement if we do like a schedule thing. But yeah, we gotta try our baked goods, right? We spent all this time baking the goods, so now we're gonna show you how easy that meringue is. It wasn't perfect, but it's okay, right? Not everything's gonna be perfect. All right, got the nice clean hands. All right, clean hands. There we go. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, this was really easy, my friends. Oh, you know what though? We can't forget to, we're gonna do a little bit of seasoning up on them and then put those sticks through them. But I don't think I'm gonna need to wash my hands again, so we should be okay. Okay, grab everything over here. Yeah, we're gonna be doing those. We're gonna be doing the taste test to those cakes and those bars right now. So I'm really looking forward to that. I'm really excited to show you guys the meringue. That meringue, it didn't come out perfect, but the way it cooked is really cool. So I want to show you guys that. You know, we didn't torch it, we baked it, and it's maybe even better. We'll see. Maybe even better. Okay, there we go. But yeah, what the crappy thing is now we got a bunch of stuff to clean up, right? And my wife says, no, you're cleaning it up. Of course I'm gonna clean it up, but I like to take my time sometimes. You know, sometimes I like to sit down for a while, but my wife says, get it cleaned up right now. So, you know, I got the slave driver over here. So, you know, it's good to clean stuff up right away, though. You can't be leaving stuff out. You know, that's a lot of work, too, you know. So my shout out to everybody cooking every day, you know, making those meals. You know, the food is only half of it. Then you got to clean everything up. You know, that's kind of, I don't know. Take the pros with the cons, I guess, right? Anyway, so we're doing, let's go ahead and do, we had the Texas sugar. So where'd that Texas sugar at? Go baby.
Oh,
Oh, okay, don't worry. I'll just use the honey hog. Yeah, we'll use the honey hog on this one too. It's all good. Use a little bit of honey hog on these babies. Oh yeah. And you know, you don't worry about too much seasoning. These are gonna shrink so much, and they're gonna pick up some flavor inside from all the cream cheese. So, you know, it's a little bit here and there. There we go. Yeah, be generous. There's a lot of good stuff in here. There's like some powdered sugar, all kinds of good stuff. You know, keep it simple, keep it complicated. Do it however you want, but have a good time, whatever you're doing. All right, so what I like to do is the tip of the meat, I try to grab it with the point. So grab it in there. Shoot, I hate having to wash my hands over and over and over, but I guess it is what it is, right? Okay, grab the meat right here, stick it through right there, and I'm gonna do 2 in 1. You know, you want to do each one individually, that's fine too, but I'm just gonna do 2 in 1. So go ahead and grab it, pierce it right in there. There we go. That's it. That's all I'm going to do. I'm just going to poke it. You guys can use twine, butcher's twine if you want. You want to wrap it. But this is what I'm going to do. You know, I've been doing it like this. It's convenient. Works out just fine every time. Oh, yeah. All right. Pierce these babies right up in there. All right. And these are going to be really good. What I might do for these guys is I might put these on, like, I got an old cake pan I use on the smoker and the barbecue sometimes. I might just put those on here because, you know, you see all the cream cheese? It's going to fall. You know what I mean? So I would definitely put something under this, but this is a really easy little barbecue delight. You know, can't go wrong with this. Plus we got the ribs, so it's gonna be pretty good. I'm gonna go ahead and pass this one over to the wife. You got it? Mm-hmm. All right, thank you. I'll wash the hands again. I didn't want to, but it is what it is, right? Okay, so now let's check out those baked goods. We got the cloud cake. We got the lemon bars. Oh my gosh, I'm really excited to show you those, that meringue. The meringue hardened, so it's almost like a candy. I don't know what you call it exactly, but it's going to be delicious, whatever you call it. All right, wash the old hands one more time. One more time. All right, you do it real good. And like I said, I like using the foaming soap. It makes me feel a little bit more clean. Let me know what you guys like to use. You like to use the bar soap? You know, I can respect that. But I don't know. I like the foam. All right, they cooled down a bit. Check this one out. I think that one's the cake, and I think these ones right here are the lemon bars. Oh yeah, check them out, my friends. Oh yeah, we got some baked delights coming at you. We got the ribs, we got the baked goods. We did a little bit of everything today. So thank you guys for hanging out with us. If it was your first time, hit that subscribe button, give us a like. You know, there's nothing like cooking for you guys, a live audience. You know, we like the videos and the shorts too, but the live is more fun because you never know what's going to happen. You never know who's going to join, and it lets us hang out with you guys.
Lori says, looks delicious. I can tell already.
Thank you, Lori. Appreciate that. It looks delicious, but let me tell you something, Lori. It's going to taste even better. Check this one out right here. Check it out. I'm pretty sure right here, this is the lemon bar. And they say to refrigerate it for like an hour before you cut it, but we're not doing that. We're doing it our way. We're doing it our way, and not a problem, right? It's all about having a good time and, you know, making something good that you're actually going to eat. Check out these lemon bars. Ooh, those are looking pretty interesting. We got this meringue. The meringue hardened. I don't know. The meringue was pretty fun to make. We just did a simple French meringue, but we baked it. All right, check this out. All right, well, let's get the spatula over here. We're using this nice. It's like a slotted spatula.
Like fish fry.
Fish, whatever you want to call it. All right, we got the cake over here, and we got the lemon bar. So we got a little bit of this, a little bit of that. I think let's get the cake out of the tin first, and then we'll see what's up with these lemon bars. Also, I forgot to mention to you guys, we got these nice paper clips. This is a great little hack when you bake it. Keeps your parchment in place. You know, keeps it, you know, exactly how you want it. Let's take them out. There we go. Yeah, we just made the meringue. We put it on when it was about midway through, maybe 3/4, and it hardened up real nice. It looks pretty cool. It's almost like candy. But yeah, we're using these nice square pans as well. All right, yeah, this was a great little cook. Appreciate you guys hanging out with us. Well, we made this nice cloud cake. We made it out of a white cake mix. We made it. We made meringue and we put it in the batter, and then we made meringue we put it on top while it was baking. So it's got clouds inside and on top. 2 ways it's a cloud cake. All right, let's go ahead and try the cake first, and then we'll try the bars. Where's our thing? Here it is. Always losing stuff. Always losing stuff. You know, I guess when you get to a certain age, you just lose things easier. I don't know what it is. Just kind of started happening. Anyway, let's go ahead. You know, we're not going to make square pieces. We'll make some nice little, you know, imperfectly perfect pieces. Oh, yeah. Check this cloud cake out. Oh, my gosh. We put meringue inside. Let's see how fluffy it is. Wow. This is really good. It's really, I don't know. You know what it is? We put sugar in the meringue, and there was already sugar in the cake. So it's a little extra sweet, but it is so good. You know, last week of summer for the kids, so we're gonna make them something special. You know, gotta treat them right. Last week of summer for the kiddos. All right, let's go in here with a little corner for this lemon bar. And if it was your first time hanging out with us, hit that subscribe button, my friends. Give this one a like, and make sure you hang out with us next time. We're coming back with you again next Sunday, and of course we're gonna make some shorts of this as well. But check out this nice lemon bar. Oh yeah, you know, we got the Crusties. The classic, it's here somewhere, I don't know where it is, but this is the classic lemon bar, and we did a little bit of a hack on it. You know, we did the meringue. Oh yeah, but a little bit of lemon deliciousness. Thank you guys for hanging out. This recipe is so simple. We're gonna put the recipe for the meringue in the description, and we're gonna cut all this live into chapters. So if you guys if you missed any bit, jump back in here in a day or so. We're gonna have this nicely cut up for you, nice and prepared. We're going to be coming at you with a new video, probably Tuesday or Wednesday. I haven't decided what it is exactly yet. Ark, we didn't forget about you with that casserole. We're coming at you with the casserole very soon, but we're doing a little bit of a different theme. We got the dad fuel theme going on right now. So, you know, it's not just for dads. It's for busy parents, you know, family-friendly kind of stuff. So, anyway, I appreciate you guys. Hang out with us next time. Hit that subscribe button, and God bless. You guys have a great week, and thank you guys so much for joining.
Thank you, Lori.
Thank you, Lori.